Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun Diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the touchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you louder. Maiyegun don't come. My people make we shout. Maiyegun don't come. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses. Maiyegun don't come. Maiyegun Diary Politico. Maiyegun don't come. This one not the off in mind. Maiyegun don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud. Maiyegun don't come. My people make you shout. Maiyegun don't come. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses. Maiyegun don't come. Maiyegun Diary Politico. Maiyegun don't come. This man not the off in mind. Maiyegun don't come. Aha. Now him una don hear all these bad politicians them we call themselves politicians.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube, gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Thank you very much. Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends, and then tell them that Maiyegun today. Usually, it's always so good like this when we are watching it live. But when you are watching the replay, right, you can skip all of the music, the talking, the waiting. We do this because most of the broadcasts here are done live, and therefore it's uncut. So when you have to watch a replay, remember, you can forward and skip all of these parts, everything, to the real thing.
Lórí Facebook. And yes,
few days ago, we received the video of the kidnapped passengers on Kaduna Abuja railway, the train. And since then, we have been expecting a better reaction from the government of Nigeria. But since Nigeria is currently leaderless, governmentless, except for the jihadists who have taken over the reign of power, we saw, or let's say I actually read something from Garbage Shehu. You know, the absentee presidency that you have in Nigeria has, created the characters who have not only treated you as citizens of Nigeria with so much disdain, but they do that with so much, condescending, like, well, they have something called the presidency. Mind you, in Nigeria, presidency doesn't mean that the president, okay? The presidency means the two clowns that speak garbages every now and then without any consequences, by the way. So when they talk about presidency, they are talking about Garbage Shehu, his own vice, Femi Oponu Adesina. These two are the mouthpiece of the presidency. So they responded, they said, yeah, we saw the video. We saw how they were beating all the victims. And we know that they have been kidnapped since March 28th of March 2022. But what else do you want Buhari to do? Like, what do you want him to do? He's done his best. All of you complaining, the media, you too, you should go and rescue them. That is to say, you are on your own. Something that many of you are finding difficult to actually take in, especially those of you who are building new hope in a completely shattered, ruined Nigeria. So while I was still trying to kind of come back from that, well, those who got who are in the net of kidnappers, you are on your own. That's the point. Now, from that shock, I was watching this channel's conversation where Isale Barack Obama Fashola was, being interviewed. And from some of what he said, among other, from some of the gibberish that he actually uttered, the lies and, fraudulent statement that he made, by the way, right? I picked few. One of what he said, he was asked that, listen, you claim that under Buhari, right, that you have succeeded so well. Under you, for the first time in 30 years, Nigeria national grid collapsed. And it didn't end there. It collapsed 4 straight times before they now changed him to, took away that ministry from him. You never did anything on power. Now, when it comes to this road construction and all of that, you claimed to have started the 500 roads. Can you tell us 5 of them that you have completed? Ladies and gentlemen, stories, right? But there's something he said. He said, if not for them, if not because of Buhari, that Boko Haram would have taken over the entire Nigeria on the security part. He said, if not for Buhari, there would have never been so much investment in, he called it infrastructure, by the way. He couldn't really pinpoint them. Then he started talking about second Niger bridge, Oweto bridge, 2 bridges in 8 years. Then he added the beautiful line that they believe that the Amugus will always swallow. He said, with the success and successes of Buhari, yeah, that intelligent people are always going to keep them in power. Me, I'm not really interested in who you want to keep in power or who you don't want to keep in power. I am more interested in explaining to you the consequences of what you choose to do, especially when you are, when you are deeply buried in the ashes of this crook. That's, their stinking morality and their stinking, their failure is so obvious that indeed it has to take somebody intelligent to keep them in power. But there are some things you need to know. Certain things you need to know, or we should all please know. As we speak, the security of life and properties is no longer the responsibility of those who claim to be your government. You need to take that in, swallow it, right? Digest it if you would give it time, because that is the truth. If you ever get caught for any reason at any place or anywhere by any of these terrorists, just pray that your family will be able to raise enough fund as ransom, and then pray that even after collecting that ransom, right, they still won't kill you. That is the present reality in Nigeria as we speak. Then the other part is, the call that is coming, the one that said that he is going to indeed build on the legacy of this failed government. Now, when you talk about failure, some of you sometimes, in fact, I'll take it from there. Like, some of the people who say yes, 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 yes to these failed rogues, when you tell them about the danger or the level of destruction that these guys have brought upon Nigeria, and why rather than grouping up and trying to see if you could defeat the system and then maybe get your life back, how about you actually call the bloodline the same one that is validating them or revalidating them under whatever guys they pick? So when we tell you that as failed as failed as they have the level of a failure they have brought upon Nigeria and the destruction of lives and properties they've brought upon Nigeria, if you have anything at all to do, anything reasonable to do at all, is to not only reject them, you should in fact form what is called the citizens police, and would never let these rogues get away with the with the crimes they have committed. Now let's take them one by one. So when we say that to you, and some of you feel like, no, you are keeping them as they are, defending them everywhere, no matter how much or how stupid they make you look, right? In the face of all this failure, you probably think you are doing anybody a favor, right? When somebody tells you that look at what they have done, if you take your time and you add 1 + 1 and you get the exact answer 2, same thing if you add 1 + 1 of all these their activities, right? You can easily predict what the end result will be. Okay, so why do you want to subject yourselves or your family to the trauma of validating these rogues that never mean well? I mean, once you find out and you're not lying to yourself, right? So if somebody says, reject them, reject Nigeria that they are forcing on you, this is not a federal republic. This is an enslaved plantation, a contraption. And some of you are going to be dragged into it through religion, or being tied down to it through the tribal benefit or whatever you are gaining from it, right? Before Nigeria kill you, right? It is better you kill this Nigeria they want to force on you. They are forcing it on you. So if somebody tell you that, right, and you said, no, Nigeria is a great country, we are going to blah, 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 you are not doing anybody any favor. Especially when somebody showed to you, as you have seen very well, right? If you have a business, and then people, I mean, you are looking for those to manage those businesses, your business with your own sweat. Oh, I'm not talking about a stolen money or Yahoo money, right? Your own sweat. And then you set it up, you want success. And Buhari, yeah, walked in. Tifnumbu walked in, right? And then others walked in. What would be your advice to the first two I mentioned who wants to be the CEO of your business? Wouldn't you say, wow, I am so impressed. I am so honored that you found you found my my business, interesting enough or kind of worthy enough of your service. But sir, with this your age, with this your health, would you have handed over your business to these hold entities? That's the first one. Then when you now talk about the health, right? Personally, would you allow your own aged grandpa, right, to go and take up a new job, especially when he is medically unfit? This is not even like wishing anybody anything. We are talking about health now, age, health, as we speak, right? But you see, some of you prefer that. So therefore, you think if you go ahead and bring upon this another calamity upon yourselves or wherever, do you really think you are actually doing anybody but yourselves? Do you think if you reject this hegemony they are forcing on us, this Nigeria they are forcing on us, because you may not know, this is no longer the Nigeria many of you grew up in. I am probably not speaking to the Indomie generation yet. I am speaking to those who are your parents. If you were born in the new millennium, the year 2000, I am not talking to you yet, because you may be living in the bubble of the lies that your own parents, when they were your age, they also believed in. Do you understand? So I'm not talking to you. I am talking to those who are older than you. I am talking to you there, sir, ma, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old men and women. When I tell you to reject this new 21st Fulani plantation that they are planting among us, destroying our value, destroying our culture, destroying our economy, destroying our education, and finally ruining our own security. All of these things you are witnessing today, these are not the Nigeria of old you knew. So when they tell you to break it up and reject this one, what we are saying is that if you have a sense of history, you will realize that even if you believe that Nigeria was once bad, this country is bad, though, there's never a time this country is good, though. I'm talking to those of you who are older, who are old enough right now. You will be worried. You will be scared. Some of you are worried for your children as much as, So when they tell you to reject this, reject it. Because those who are forcing them on you, they are using the instrumentality of that one fraudulent Nigeria. Now, when you now see an old, demented, what is that sickness called when somebody is shaking, right? Let me show you. When somebody is shaking at this level, there's a name for it. Tell me. I'll continue now. What do you call this again? Those who are working, and then when an adult, when they are wetting themselves, right, that they will need pampers and all that stuff. There's a name for it. Tell me.
It's a cow. I'm begging you. I'm begging you to collaborate. I beg this part of your master plan. You be there And here standing before you, I've been a youth, and I'm a youth.
What do you call it again? Incontinence. I think that's what it's called. Incontinence is when you are unable to control your wee-wee. That is health concern. Do you get that now? This one has nothing to do with, oh, we know you don't like him. That's why you are, what if he is your baba? What if he's your distant? Now, Buhari that has abandoned you, as we speak right now, even the Buhari days, the Buhari diderins, the Buhari denotus, the Buhari dijatus, the Buhari shukus, the ungoziaris, the unekaris, right? All of these social media bandits and Facebook adsmen, the Umoru, Usumanu, and then Tohibu, and all of these people who were shouting Sai Baba 7 years ago, even 2-3 years ago. Some of them are collecting right now. They are now screaming, Kai Baba, Kai Baba, Kai Baba. Now, listen to this. So, Buhari is so old that Household Rock, that is the Household Rock, has become the old people's home. Now, if you as a young person, let me tell you something, by the way. You can see all of these obvious signs, right? And it is good if you understand them better before you jump into them. And for whoever mean well for you, they will never, ever, right, encourage you to put your future in that Nigeria these rogues are promising, because there's absolutely nothing there. When we were growing up, they told us, do you know the worst fear that these rogues created? Nigeria is done for. Listen to me. You are in Nigeria right now, right? The reasons why they are still using a sort of a thread to hold Nigeria, before even you looking at me right now, before you will lose your mind, guess what? They have destroyed Nigeria completely, economically, right? And this is what that means, okay? In a space of time, especially with this global economic whirlwind, EG, it is called EG, right? It is affecting every country right now. But you see that one in Nigeria, it has eaten so deeper. And you see some of us who are sending money back to Nigeria, sending money back, subsidizing the economy for you, and doing all of that, still kind of check, covering the asses of your failed politicians. Soon, many of us won't be able to send money as we are sending before, okay? For example, now, I'll tell you this. The reason I'm telling you this is this. The economy that they destroyed in Nigeria through looting, mismanagement, and, uncontrollable borrowing, which has now further crashed and devalued your naira, devalued your economy, devalued your jobs, creating job losses, creating more poverty. Even your politicians, who knows that globally now, people where they give you money, they don't go to get money to give anybody anymore. All of us abroad, sending over $30 billion back into Nigeria economy every year, we are also going to be affected. This is how, okay? And when we get spare money, we they try to send 10,000, 5,000 naira, 20,000, 100,000, 30,000. You see all this money, they go straight into your economy. Your government, for every money that comes into your country, they are targeting them, taking their cuts. Now, when you get that money, when you begin to spend that money, they are there as well, taking their cut from that money. They are not planning to give you anything back, okay? So when all of that money they are collecting from you, right? With the level of the debt in Nigeria, okay? The level of debt that Nigeria is in right now, it has gotten to a stage that all the money they are collecting from you, they are not even enough to service the base, the debt. So what does that tell you? That tells you that, one, Nigeria will go bankrupt in a matter of months, because this is the election time, Abi. This Kolu who has no solution. None of them can explain to you how they are going to even tell you the truth, how they are going to bring you out of this koto, this particular pit they have dumped you in, right? You see, when we were young, right? When we were young, they told us, they said, you need to be very, very careful of what you say. Watch your mouth because of two things. Because of your life, and then because of your future. You see, these two things, for those who grew up in the 70s, 80s, early 90s, some of them we are age mates, so they will understand perfectly the picture I'm about to paint to you right now. Okay, paint for you right now. They said, shut up your mouth. Don't say anything. Especially when elders are talking. Who are the elders? Anyone who is older than you. Keep your mouth shut. If you say something and then somebody get offended, they can just kill you or kill your destiny. So that fear makes many of us become zombies compliant. You know what I mean? Inside of you, you will see something that is so wrong. But when you look at the people perpetuating that wrong, automatically they would expect you, or should I say, well, I'm a Yoruba man, okay? They would expect your Yoruba, the Yoruba in you, the submissive one that they planted in you. They did that conditionally in a way. They will tell you, shut up your mouth, oh. You are a small boy. Watch what you say. So when you begin to grow up, right? Then they will change that to, because they believe that somebody can spiritually kill your destiny and you will never make it in life. And you know, you want to make it in life as a child, won't you? So as a kid, they are already telling you, don't say it, oh. If you see this and that, you see that woman there, she was cursed by that mama because she said something. That is why she can no longer have a husband. That is why all her children died. Because of that, watch your mouth as a kid, oh. Don't let them kill you. So that fear of watch your mouth, especially when you are seeing older people, is always there. I know so many of you still have that fear in you right now. You need to watch your mouth when you are talking to people. Watch your mouth, oh. They may spiritually attack you. They may destroy you, blah, 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 blah. They planted them in you intentionally. They planted that in us intentionally from childhood, so that when we grow up, they will be able to have something, just something, to control whatever rage that you might want to express. Nobody will live in that contraption like that without any kind of social conditioning and every other thing that comes to play in the later life. Your later life. If you are not there, you will be mad. But it's not controlled, Abby. The second one is watch what you say because of your future. Your future includes, let me tell you something. Because I am Maiyegun, which I will always be Maiyegun, the Maiyegun general. Some will say, I am one man mopo. Others will say, Ìdààmú àdúgbò yín rèé o. They gave me different names. But you see, there are so many people who are also sitting down. They've been sitting down for the past 10 years now. You know why? Because they were worried for my future. Some of them are still telling me now. I am talking about those that they have already mortgaged their future. They have already borrowed and looted whatever is left, not of their own future only. They've even borrowed and mortgaged the future of the children that would, if any of them ever produces anything or produces any children, those children's future have already been mortgaged. Now that fear of, look at this Maiyegun. So one day, this Maiyegun will now come and say, he want to be senator, he want to be governor, he want to be this and that. We will show him he's been abusing our leaders. You know why? They told them that even if it is bad, don't say it for the sake of your future, so that your turn, your day will come. that is the act of Omoluwabi. That is not true. That is why whenever anyone is trying to blackmail you as a Yoruba man, trying to make you feel like there are some of this fear they planted in you. This witch. I don't want this witch to touch the head of my daughter. I don't want this person to see the sponge we used to bath my. I don't want this person to come and use the handkerchief to touch my belly, so that my wife will never give birth again. I don't want that person. You see all of these things, They are social conditioning. They are not real. But you see, in Nigeria, some will say there is this cloud of darkness that even if you are educated, seriously, you will be controlled by it. Even if you are not confessing it publicly. All of these things are there, but some of you don't know how they really deploy them. You may be wondering, so Maiyegun, what is all of this with what you are saying? I am coming back to the part where I have seen people use that same Yoruba, the original Yoruba that we are. People who are so inquisitive, people who are always thorough, people who always we're always asking questions. And when people compromise, we easily know as Yorubas. The people who brought terrorists that divided Nigeria, the terrorists that impoverished all of us, the terrorists that believe that one day, soon, me, Maiyegun, I will be living in that Nigeria, and every day of my life will be a privilege because I am an infidel. Do you understand that? Yeah? Then, as a Yoruba man, okay, ongbon lowo, ongbon lorun, this or that, yeah, who also publicly, yeah, confessed that it would be continuing from the legacy of Buhari. What are the legacies of Buhari? The first one is the UK hospital permanent stay. Tifnumbu will replace him in that hospital, of course. So you as a person, with what you have witnessed under Buhari, under this APC, Egbekegbe, right? And then you still want to be part of another what again? I don't know what name they will give it to. They will give to it. That's why some people are now saying that. Well, people like us are saying, why do you want to be sacrificed for a place that is actually waiting to sacrifice you? Why would you want that? So even if you don't pity, if you don't pity yourself, why don't you pity your parents? Why don't you pity your own children? These are questions that ordinary, they were asking Fashola, the Saleko, Aristotle, Abina, Barack Obama. He said Nigeria is not bankrupt. That Nigeria may be stylishly broke. Guys, 5 years ago, this same Isaleko Aristotle was telling everyone that the reasons why Nigeria were suffering what they were suffering at the time was because PDP failed to save money during the oil boom. That because they didn't save during the raining day, that is why Buhari had no money to augment your economy so that it won't go into recession, job losses, business losses. But they were lying. These criminals, they came in 2015. If no be say many of their sellers are suffering from what is called the Stockholm syndrome. Are you with me? Look at how they bankrupted Nigeria. Make I give you the dateline, okay? And you know when a country is broke, bankrupt, unable to meet up their what did they call them? Their financial obligation to lenders, to this or that, what will happen is that crime will increase because there will be job losses. Devaluation of your currency means that, even though you are not spending dollar, in fact, I'm coming there. Make I give you the timeline first. How they destroyed Nigeria. This is not just the jihadist alone now. Economic jihad that this rogue declared on Nigeria, and they have successfully completed it. In fact, today it has been declared. It has been completed completed to the tune of 110% completed. Nigeria is in -0. No, Nigeria is in -25. That is red. But this is the timeline when they came in 2015. It wasn't long when they gave the Paris Club refund. You remember that money? Don't worry, I will remind you, because some of you may pretend. Hey, how did they destroy it? Hey, come on, calm down. Calm down. If you need a pen, grab a pen and start writing them down, okay? It first started from one, Paris Club refund, where over 600 billion naira was refunded back to Nigeria as overpayment of the debt payments made by Nigeria and states, federal government and states, to Paris Club, right? So they refunded that money. When they shared that money, the Ogun State, where me I come from, they collected 14 billion naira. Lagos State, where some of the Lagos Abobakus come from, Lagos collected over 28 billion naira. I they remember the ones where they remember, okay? And on like that. But you see that of Kogi. Kogi collected 11 billion. That's the first money where they first share. You know why? They said PDP and some states, 26 states in Nigeria, they were unable to pay salaries. Remember that, Abi? So, they now called on the central bank, Emefiole. These governors, they said they need money. What can you do? Let us arrange small loans for them. Again, including the states where we say they were not even owing salary, they applied. Kogi State got another 12 billion, making it 23 billion, Abi. Ogun State collected their own, another about 10 billion. Everybody shall share that money. This was the first 2 months when APC came in. But before they came in, Obasanjo, listen to this. Obasanjo created an account called excess crude account. The purpose was, in Nigeria, before they write their budgets, they use what they called oil, barrel of oil benchmark. So if they are selling crude oil at, let's say, $70, Nigeria will put their own budget benchmark at $45, just in case. Okay, you see that excess, that money in dollars, it will go into that account created by Obasanjo so that they can save for raining day. Within the first 4 years of that account, in fact, put it this way, when Obasanjo was handing over to Yaradua, the balance in that account was $21 billion. Now, dollars, not naira, dollars, 21 billion, okay? So when Yaradua came in, and he did his own abracadabra for 3 years, and he died. When Jonathan took over the power, he got the balance of $15.2 billion. Dollars, not naira, in that same account. The day Jonathan was handing over to Buhari in 2015, Jonathan himself depleted the account to how much? To $7.5 billion. 2015. Okay? But what happened? Under Jonathan, the Fashola, Governor Eko, Oshiomole, Governor Edo, who else? I can't remember all of them. Then Amechi, especially Amechi, governor of Rivers, they instituted a case against the government of Nigeria that this oil money now, everybody's money. What gave you the right to be putting the money somewhere and say you are the one controlling it? So they sued Jonathan and federal government that they must share the money. Now, from the negotiation, out of court settlement, Jonathan withdrew over $7 billion from that money, shared the money, and the money disappeared. So in their campaigns in 2015, they accused Jonathan of spending the excess crude account money. Remember, this is the timeline of what took you to today's Bambiala, Nigeria. Are you following me? So when Jonathan handed over power to Buhari APC, he gave the excess crude account balance of 7.5 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, in the space of 4 years, the balance of the account of the excess crude account, well, depleted straight to 1.1 billion, just $1 billion and $50 million. They have withdrawn, they have withdrawn over $6 billion from that account. No account, nobody can see what they use it for. When the election was coming in 2019, right? They went into that account again, withdrew $1 billion. They gave Donald Trump. They said they gave Donald Trump, America, $600 million, even though they only paid $445 million for the 12 Tucano jets. That is not where I'm going. No. Now, as they depleted whatever they can get, anything they can devour, they devour them. Yeah? The crude oil in Nigeria suddenly jumped from $60 to 70, 80, 100, 120. And guess what? In 7 years, APC, Egbekegbe under Buhari, NNPC of APC, Egbekegbe, they have only been able to add just $70 million to the excess crude account in 7 years. Yeah. And guess what? Since the APC, Egbekegbe came to power, NNPC that is selling your crude oil, they cannot account for what they are selling anymore, right? And they are even publicly, shamelessly, they are coming to the public to say NNPC is owing them billions of dollars. Do you remember that time that Baru? How many of you remember Baru? Baru, the guy that was the former NNPC chairman, remember him? He's dead now. And the Baru flew to London, where Buhari was a vegetable in London hospital. Baru left your acting president in Nigeria, and he brought here a deal which has to do with renewal of oil refinery, oil rigs in Nigeria. And this package, or let me say this new licenses, fetched Nigeria over $27 billion, right? In royalty. Today, rather than see a dime from that, now paper then see shishi, shingbang, see. Guess what? Under them, they took your debt from somewhere around, around the $30 billion to what is now over $100 billion. SS crude account. How much? Some of you don't even know how much they are selling crude oil anymore. Do you? Do you even care anymore? Because you have no idea. Or you do, you just choose not to. So they depleted every avenue that could at least hand them forex, so that somehow, the only thing they've always been using to strengthen their naira, their crude oil, even with the war in Ukraine, it got to a stage Nobody even wanted to buy Nigeria crude oil anymore. Nigeria is broke, bankrupt. Now, they resorted into something, They resorted into what they called round tripping. That is another economic crime committed under this APC, Egbekegbe, that brought about this destruction that you are witnessing today. Round tripping. Round tripping is a situation whereby you will see an aboki standing beside an hotel in Port Harcourt or standing beside a bus stop somewhere in Lagos, and he's standing there and he's quite capable of providing over $100,000 for you, a businessman that should never bring your money to the streets in the first place, right? That is what is called round tripping, because those dollars are being given to them directly from the Central Bank of Nigeria because of who they are and where they come from. It is what it is, isn't it? So the rest of you who are doing legitimate businesses, you would have to rely on these roadside money changers, roadside bureau de change, roadside rogues, empowered by the Central Bank of Nigeria, Emefiole of APC, Egbekegbe. When they destroyed your naira to that point, they ask Emefiole, what can we do? What can we do to revive the naira? They say, now all these people where they sell dollars, now all this bureau de change. They say, what can we do then to deal with them? They are always standing under these trees. You know, there's this place in Abuja. I don't remember the name. If you remember the name, you can help me tell the people. There's a place in Abuja where I don't know, I can't remember the name. So they planted, there was a tree plant, there were trees planted there to create this eco-friendly environment. Okay. This APC, Egbekegbe, because they wanted to strengthen the naira, they wanted to stop black market dollars, which they themselves actually give to them to go and sell. You know what Emefiole did? They said the policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria to stop the sale of dollars in black market is to cut down all of the trees. That is giving all of the abokis the shade. Ogbeni, Nigeria to enter Kana. Some said no be Kana. You don't enter somewhere that is endless hole, a pitless, a bottomless pit. And they did all of this, and they are still patting themselves on the back. Today, Nigeria is more indebted to China. Yes, here is another economic sabotage committed by these rogues. It got to a stage when they became so desperate and completely lost. Yeah, they said, wait, what is so important about dollar, Seth? Well, what is so important about that? Buhari should go to China. Go and make deal with China. China is helping Africa. Blah, 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 blah. Guess what? That cost Nigeria $10 billion. Nobody is holding them responsible. They went to the World Bank, into your foreign reserve, and they withdrew $10 billion and they gave it to China. This was in 2017 or so. They gave it to China. The campaign then was that dollar is going to crash in Nigeria. But ladies and gentlemen, China collected the dollars, added to their own reserve. And then I said, come here. What else do you have to offer? We don't give you deposit of no, that's not it. What about all this, your resources that we already use a geomap to locate in Nigeria? Your gold deposit here, your alkaline or what have you, put a deposit there, and every other mineral resources we found there that are good for commercial, exports. So would you let us go for them? And at the same time, listen, we can't give you the yen and the naira for that same exchange. You are not offering us anything for real. So they made all this devil's deal. And that is why today, when you turn everywhere in southern Nigeria mostly, you will begin to see the Chinese. Some of them, they don't have any real license anywhere, but they are covered under that bilateral agreement As it is, they mortgage everything right before your eyes. Nigeria is more indebted to China now than they are to the rest of the world. And guess what? It still never cuts down. The hemorrhage. So it does say APC, Egbekegbe, who have now legitimized terrorism. They still have no, what do you call it? Maybe I shouldn't even say they don't, because they do. From the intel that we have, yeah, even though Kolu may be desperate, of course he is desperate. Now, Amechi says all of the delegates that collected money, they are regretting. They said they have been calling a meeting to have Pastor Ruga to come on board. He's been avoiding them. The day they said they want to go and unveil the Muslim ticket for Kolu, most of the people who actually thought that they will put every other thing behind them as they muzzled them out of their ticket in the late hour, many of them pulled out. As it is right now, the war within themselves is even bigger than what many of you think you have in stock for them for your election. And I'm not joking about this. And same thing applies to this Atiku and Co too. Wike also came out just a few days ago, yesterday, and he said, whatever Atiku like, let him say. Whatever PDP like, let them say. In the next few days, he's also going to tell everybody what happened. So what happened? Kolu that knows that Nigeria is done for. How could he say he loves Nigeria, right? Lying to you. And then they are willing to spend over 200 billion naira just to make him president with another jihadi. Hello. So many of their own friends, even those who are like Muslims like them, they are already pulling out. And this is the point, yeah? They might have actually outplayed themselves as we speak. From what we have been told, they have outplayed themselves. The point where they make you feel like there is still something to hold on to in Nigeria is continually fading. And I'll tell you another one. You see, with the stage where Nigeria is right now, if you wake up tomorrow morning and you hear the military song, fellow Nigerians and whatever, a coup, please don't be too surprised. The best you should do is to be more prepared. Economy has collapsed. Security has collapsed. Governance has collapsed. The country is divided. Everywhere is gone dead. But because politicians will try to tell you that they can make a dead stone come back alive, especially now that they have all the solutions. You see, now they are all concerned about you, but they are not concerned about anything. If you pay attention very well, you will realize that if they are being sincere, they will not be calling for an election right now. They will rather be calling for a national conversation to determine, do you even still have a country? Because this is what you're going to get in the next few days. In the next few weeks, few months, right? Nigeria will no longer be able to meet any of their financial obligation. Financial obligations include, you see those ones that are talking about subsidy, which they have now jacked up to over 500% increase ever into a 1 year of over 4.2 trillion naira. They don't have that money. So you will begin to experience shortages of fuel. You will begin to pay more, even though there will be more scarce until they will completely dry off. Okay. Then after that, you are going to run out of food. The reason is this: terrorists who are committing who are wreaking havoc on our farms, chasing the farmers away, right? The government, who is also ensuring that the monopoly of food importation into Nigeria is given to just 2 individuals, right? So at the end of the day, it will get to a point whereby you will run out of the local supply and you run short of that. And then at the same time, your imported food will no longer be able to feed you anymore. It's already getting to that stage, but they just want you to continue to get used to this, your 010, right? No breakfast, eat lunch, and no dinner. Or 001, no breakfast, no lunch, but you can manage to get dinner. We've had some people who have been living through 000, right? And yeah, these are the signs. So as you continue to move on into the end of the year, your naira will continue to crash, okay? Because they would need, it has gotten to a stage whereby since not many people are working, your government will never have enough money. So since your government will never have enough money to even take care of themselves, talk less of paying off their loans, your government will need to go and borrow more money in order to pay off their loan that they can't pay back now. So that's how they have to do it until they will not be able to do it anymore. Until their lenders will begin to put them and remove they are already removing Nigerians' name in some of these top lenders abroad. But it's going to spread more. And it's going to send them more signal to this, more negative messages to all these lenders. And when we talk about lenders, don't let anybody lie to you that you have everything you have in Nigeria. That's what politicians will tell you. You don't. And that is the truth. Okay, so if somebody says it's coming to take Nigeria from a consumption to production, at least you will build the industry first, won't you? Before you begin production, Abi. Now, as it is, by the time APC Egbekegbe is done with you, by the end of this year, right? They won't be able to pay for the subsidy that they are stealing the money anymore. So you walk out there, you'll be buying a liter of fuel for maybe 500 naira per liter. You won't even see it with so much queue, right? That's your cooking gas that you are buying 10 kg for how much now? 10,000 naira. You are going to walk out there before December, okay? You're going to buy it for more than 20,000 naira. This is a bag of rice, yeah? You're going to walk out there, right? And you are going to pay almost double of that before December as well, okay? Now, the way it is going, as it is now, then many of you will begin to feel the uncomfortability. Some of your businesses will begin to fold up as well. I'm not projecting doom. I am telling you to understand what even your own finance minister came out to tell you. We can no longer pay our debt. That's what she said. Not even paying it, servicing it. Do you know what servicing debt means? Yeah, I will explain to you. Let's say you come to me and say, Maiyegun, I want you to borrow me 100,000 naira. Okay? And I say, oh, that's fine, but there's going to be an interest on it. And you say, okay, how much? And I say, well, first, it is 30% interest, okay? But there are other conditions, right? If at the end of the month, you don't pay back the 30,000 naira on the loan I gave to you, number one, you don't need to pay me back the 100,000 naira with the 30,000. Okay, you don't need to if you don't have it. I'll make it easier for you. But you must be paying me that 30,000 naira on that money. Okay, if you are paying me that 30,000 naira every month, you can keep the 100,000 for as long as you want. But when you are done, you can pay me back. Do you understand? But if you fail to pay me 30,000 naira every month, I am going to charge you 10% of that my money. Okay, plus the 30%. What does that mean? You know, 30% of the money is 30,000 naira. If you don't pay me back this month, if you don't pay me back in time, it will become 40,000 naira. If you don't pay me back at so time, it will become 50,000 naira. Okay? If you now wait till next month before you pay me, you know that one is another 30,000 abi. Now that means I am going to take 60,000 naira. Then I'm going to take another 30,000 from you. What does that mean? You borrowed 100,000. Okay? If you miss your payment before the following month, you may be owing me 90,000 naira as interest, even though you are still owing me 100,000 naira. That's where Nigeria found herself. Okay. Now, what does that mean? Nigeria will make sure that every month in a year, they will budget and say, okay, how much money did we borrow now? So we have borrowed 1 million naira. Okay, 1 million. What is the total interest on everything? From many people? From 7 people. Okay, 7 people. So what is the total interest when you put it together? Sir, the total interest is about 470,000 naira. 470. But we borrowed 1 million. So we have to be paying 470,000 back every month in order to continue to enjoy the 1 million. Say, okay. So if we don't pay back, we may end up paying 1 million. You know, that's how Nigeria accumulated extra. Now, this extra that Nigeria is trying to, not the real loan, no, just the interest to, Nigeria can no longer. You understand that now? Whether not 30%, whether not the penalty for not paying back in time, Nigeria can no longer afford it anymore. They can't pay. Your Nigeria can't pay. They can't meet up. So what they have right now, the reason why they said you have not bankrupted yet is this. Assets. Do you understand that now? Assets. Assets like if you have rail line, okay, people can still borrow you money. They can still give you loan. If you have airports, if you have crude oil, that you will tell them that they can pump as much as they want. You have to slash the price. So if they are selling crude oil for $110 per barrel, somebody wants to give you loan, you can say, you know what, I can't buy it for $110. I'm going to pay $60 per barrel. But I'll give you that $2 billion you want, okay? Then we are going to pump that oil until we realize our money, you know what I mean now? Assets. That is what Nigeria has left now. Assets. Excuse me, somebody's talking about audio. What happened to the audio? If your audio is acting up, I would implore you to sometimes, maybe you should come out of it. Okay. I'll check this out myself. 1 second. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Okay, you can hear me clearly now. Okay, better. Right. But is it better now? Is it kind of clearer now? Is that? Okay, let's check that out. There is, maybe it's because I am kind of moving back and forth. Sometimes it happens that way. Okay. So give me a sec. Yeah, I think we are fine. My audio is fine on my own device there. Let's see. No, Maiyegun is still here. We haven't really off the mic. Okay, let's assume that it's better now. Is it? I will take note of that part if it is better now. All right. But I wouldn't know what happened. So give me a sec. Okay. It is better now. Fair enough. I was explaining the concept of loan, lender, and then the borrower. I've been waiting the column. I was explaining that how Nigeria, under this APC, Egbekegbe, entered into this generational indebtedness that your children will pay. Their own children will pay. Your children will pay. But some of you don't know the consequences of that. It means more poverty, more insecurity, crimes, corruption, name it. So whatever it is, I would advise everyone to try and possibly increase yours. Whatever is the problem. I don't have any audio problem, okay? I know so many people are saying same thing. You should check your own device. Just check your YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook, check that where do you have the volume, okay? Sometimes your volume may be up, but on YouTube itself, your volume may be halfway. I wouldn't know why, but I will implore you to check that, okay? So if you would listen for a sec, right, I will share an audio with you. In fact, hang on. I will consider that a distraction if after advising us what to do, we still continue to say audio, then I'll consider it a distraction and I won't bother saying anything on it again, okay? So this is my own phone, right? Now, I am going to get onto that, onto the broadcast so we can both confirm it now. Now, I am going to get onto that, onto the broadcast so we can both confirm it now. So whatever is wrong with whatever is wrong with your audio, I advise you to come out of the broadcast, okay, and go back in. All right. There's nothing wrong with the audio. Nothing ever wrong with it. So if something is wrong, check it. Look at it. Okay, and go back in. All right. There's nothing wrong with the audio. That's my own device. Nothing ever wrong with it. So if something is wrong, check it. Look at it. Okay. That's my own audio. So please stop using that distraction, please. If you can, I will even stop talking soon. Okay. So what you should know is that if you're having the audio issue, it may be because I'm moving back and forth. And it shouldn't, by the way. I've got something that actually deal with that. So if something is wrong with yours, just take a moment, tap the screen, right? And check where you see the volume, YouTube volume on its own. Sometimes it can be halfway. Okay. I'm going to stop talking about the audio, okay? Sorry if your audio is not probably coming out well, all right? There's nothing I can do about it. Please. So, let's continue. I'll try, by the way, let me see if I can position this differently. Make a bit of a difference, I'll say. Right. So that's how Nigeria entered this indebtedness to the point that they can't pay up anymore. I didn't say that. I didn't, you may not understand what that simply means. It means that that Nigeria, that Nigeria is done for. As rich as they might tell you that Nigeria is, Nigeria is broke. The only thing left is for them to begin to sell any of your assets, any of your properties, whatever they can find anywhere, including if they have to start selling some of you, the avuvu sellers, send you into their their slave camp somewhere in China, because they have one there. Ask the Hugo people. There are people called the Hugo people, right? They have a concentration camp they have for them around there. Yeah? Seriously. So that is that should be, in my own opinion, right? That exactly is the destination that the legacy that the likes of Tifnubu said they are coming to entrench or to live on or build on. So Nigeria is broke. Nigeria will soon go bankrupt. And as it is, they said, even though your debt as a country, your debt is, put it this way, your total debt as a country is now over 50 trillion. 50 trillion. But there is another debt that they are hiding from you. They are not telling you. That debt is the money that Emefiole, Central Bank of Nigeria, the money they have printed and given to Buhari. They have a name for it too. If you are an accountant, Abi, what have you? You probably will know the name for it. What do you call that? They call a loan, Abina Impress, Abina. They have a name for it. When Central Bank will print money, okay, purposely to give to government to augment any deficits. When government revenue is short and they can't match any external loan, they have a name for it. Emefiole has printed over 21 trillion naira. That is That is nearly half of the total debt of Nigeria. Emefiele printed this money between 2015 and this 2022. They didn't declare that. You don't know that or anything. They printed that. They gave it to them. So that is why I said, rather than you jumping up because they said they could rescue Nigeria, they don't need you to rescue Nigeria at all. You can't. And that's why they are not interested in election themselves. They are not planning an election, okay? They are planning a switchover. And that switchover, right, is not for Tifnumbu this time around. It is not. Even if it's much, much desperate than that. Nigeria has collapsed beyond where they can do a civilian to civilian transition successfully without a serious battle. And that battle is, there's no chance that any of you will win. Oh, at last, Nigeria will win. You are lying to yourselves. You are. You are not interested in election. You are. You are interested in it. They are not. Today, a dollar is over 680 naira to a dollar. They wrecked your economy. They destroyed every institution. And they still have the audacity to say they have done so well. If not for them, they say some of you, Nakutu Wenji, you for your own refugee camp for day now. That's what they are saying. Some of you are ungrateful, they said. If all of you are so grateful, you should be grateful. If all of you can think, you should be grateful to Buhari. That's what I said. That you should be grateful. And therefore, intelligent people are those that are going to what? They are those that are going to bring back APC. I am yet to see what they have to say, even though we know they have nothing. But they are willing to spend hundreds of billions of naira just to keep this contraption, extend your sufferings. I beg you, even if you know they pity yourself, can you at least pity your children or pity your parents? You have seen them gone through a lot, haven't you? Talk to them. Nigeria won't save them. You have no future in a place where the future is already mortgaged. So when they tell you, think about your future, think about your future. Many of us have found out that they lied to us. There is no future anywhere. Watch your mouth. Watch what you say. Be careful of what you say. Don't get people offended, because people that will need to help you, you need people to help you. They conditioned you that way so that you can come back and say, what? You are unlucky, or God didn't like you. That is why he preserved you to suffer and die, as the politicians will say. No. The conditioning can stop. You can change the narrative. You can decide what your future will be like. But if you continue to believe all those worries, there are many in Yoruba land. They will think they are advising you. Why are you not supporting Tifnumbu? Think about your future. You have no future in Tifnumbu's Nigeria. Tifnumbu's Nigeria is APC Nigeria. You have no future to be given to you by the unifier, PDP, people destroying people. There is no future anywhere they are offering you. You have no future from any kind of whatever Peter B and the rest of them are saying. But guess what? It is always better that you have a clearer understanding and make your own choices. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because you are conditioned to believe that, right? There's always going to be something. There's this something that will happen. And then you're free. No. There's no future. None. Listen, first speak your mind, especially if you are Yoruba. That one is so important. As a Yoruba man, they lied to you. They said, Rántí ọjọ́ ọ̀la o. Be careful so that you don't go and say something to those who are going to help you. Because in Nigeria, it is man knows man. Yeah. You've got to know someone who knows someone, at least before you can say you are going to probably make a difference in your life or anything. Can, in a way, you need somebody that knows somebody, not because you have it in you for real. So there are so many people who don't know somebody and they have died with the future, or well, let me say with the dreams they probably thought they could realize in Nigeria. So they lied to you when they said, keep your mouth shut. When you see them do the evil, they always come back to you. The ones that's taking away your jobs, taking away the good life that you should have. The ones that's taking away, your liberty, so to say. You can't think, you can't talk, you can't express how you feel, right? The one that has taken away your economic power, and the one that is always every day now threatening what is left with you, your life. So they say keep your mouth shut. When you keep your mouth shut, the result of that is the validation of the same system, which is Nigeria. Don't believe them. Oh. There is no light after any tunnel. There is no future waiting for you anywhere. You see, all of these people are trying to scrape whatever they can scrape, including your life and your future, if they can have that too. Just whatever they can grab from you. So don't help them. Don't let anybody blackmail you into believing that, supporting all those rogues who are blackmailing you in your different local communities in Yoruba land. Look at Tifnumbu, who need help. She na Nigeria need help. Abina Tifnumbu need help. Between Tifnumbu and Nigeria, now who they supposed start GoFundMe for, so that they can go take care of him if they don't get money to put him in old people's home. If they put Tinubu down and they put Atiku and they put Nigeria, before you come and talk about solving Nigeria, you they see Atiku, you they see Tifnumbu, who are you going to help first? Who need help most? Tifnumbu is one of them. Especially Tifnumbu. You know that Tifnumbu needs more help. And that one can help you, help your life, take you out of the dungeon that Buhari has dipped you into. There's no future anywhere. Don't let anybody continue to lie to you. When you want to speak out your mind or you want to go after them, and they say, hey, you these people, you think about your future. They are lying to you. They are lying to you. Ask your uncles. Ask all those your uncles who are in their 40s now, in their 50s. I'm not talking about the ones you said, some of you are seen as stingy ones in your family. Oh. You see that one that you believe that has money, but he's been avoiding you. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about your nice uncle. That uncle that they told you was the best in the school. He was the most educated. He was the most brilliant student. He represented the school this and that. They thought he was going to be an engineer. He's going to be this or that. Now, Kada Egbonde right now. Ask him what they told him when he was younger. What they told him about his future. What they told him not to say. What they told him not to do. Because if he said too much, they will say maybe he said something too much against his future. Today, they are telling you that you are seeing a sick Tifnumbu. They are telling you that because you are a Yoruba man, right? That you should follow them. And because of that, if you see anybody talking about Yoruba nation, you should consider them as your enemies, right? Tifnumbu, Kolu. And they are telling you that think about your future. Listen to me. There is no future anywhere in the hands of these people. If you really, really want to think about your future, you are never going to gamble it on these people. Take that to the bank. And that is why I always want to emphasize on many, many of us who are Yorubas. We are very, very kind-hearted people, open-minded, right? And very, very generous. I say this with all sense of sincerity. If you indeed earn it, most of the time you have to earn it too. All this kindness, generosity, beauty, open-mindedness or open-handed and all of that of the Yoruba people. Sometimes you have to earn it or earn them. And once you earn them, you have them all through and through. Even when people are not so kind to us, we still tend to show some level of kindness, especially us as Yoruba people. But they have taken advantage of all this meekness, and they have taken advantage of all this kindness for meekness, all our generosity. Sometimes they've taken them for weaknesses as well, right? They've taken them for cowardice. So, as Yorubas, I'm appealing to you that if you believe very well in your own future, you should know this. Nobody is going to give it to you. Tifnumbu is not one of them, one of those that will give them to you. In fact, if you are looking for this description of thieves who comes in the night, when the thieves comes, they come to do three things, right? They come to steal, they come to destroy, and they also come to kill. So that's exactly what they represent. They have killed every institution that could give you or give your life meaning. The aged people in Yoruba land are going through hell in the hands of the rogues who call Tifnumbu their godfather, okay, in Yoruba land. We see the young people, many of you are currently your future. Oh, your future. Well, for those of you also building your future through education, how is that going now for you? APC, Egbekegbe, that is also the political party of Tifnumbu, right? They have no idea and they don't give a damn, even if you have to stay back in your homes for the next 1 year. But listen, there are some of you who are like you are born slaves. Some of you inherited slavery. Some of you, you in fact you what do you call, you adopted slavery into your lives. Some of you you were sold into slavery. Whatever it is, you will continue to give excuses for the same people who don't give a damn about either your future or the future of your children or anyone that is associated with you at all. But then here we are. Since, like I said, some people were born into slavery. Some people sold themselves into slavery because of, their greed. Some people inherited slavery. Sometimes it is family, generation to generation, and it is something of pride to some of them. And they will be like that for a long time until we have a generation that will put an end to it. And that's what we are doing right now. Okay. No matter what it is, I have figured out that, the criminals that we are mentioning today who can easily play on your emotion, your intelligence, your whatever they can do and all of that, they also know some of this reality that some people are willing, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the humbled slaves, they are willing to validate them. So I'm appealing to you. That's what I'm saying. I am appealing to you that when they come with their blackmail, you should never let the omolua be in you, the honesty that is supposed to be in you. You should never let them go to sleep and let some miscreants, some cold-hearted slaves, to blackmail you into this madness, this charade. When you meet a Yoruba man now, they will tell you, yes, they support Yoruba nation. But the first thing is they want Tifnumbu to be president. And some will even tell you, I am supporting Tifnumbu because he's a Yoruba man and I'm not an Omoale. Do you know the real Omoales in Yoruba land? These are the people who brought in APC, Egbekegbe. And then when the APC, Egbekegbe, and the Aquila squad were unleashed or invaded our people, and our people are dying, our people's businesses have been destroyed, right? Farms ruined, and then farmers killed, and our people became refugees because of the incessant attacks from these Fulani terrorists, right? Those who brought them, what did they do? They maintained a conspiracy of silence, right? So the Omoko Yorubas, they spoke out. Some of them even were ready, right, to confront this set. Some even confronted these terrorists. They were ready to even put their lives on the line. Guess what? The Omoales in Yoruba land, your political leaders, your roguish criminal leaders, right, who are so comfortable with what Nigeria is doing to us, right? They decided to go after those Yorubas. So if you are looking for Omoales, you will pick Tifnumbu 1, You will pick Pastor Rugatu. You will pick Fasholateri. You will pick Aregbe Mugbofo. You will pick Onefayemi in Ekiti 5. You will then stop by in Ondo and pick, wait to me name again, Arakuni Akeredolu. You will begin to pick all those your roguish, heartless criminal leaders who maintained a conspiracy of silence for 7 years. Even when we've shown the videos of the Yorubas who have become refugees in another country and what pushed them there. And then you have the audacity to call the Yorubas who rejected this drug baron, heroin trafficker, and this the rest of 40 thieves who have made Yoruba land poorer than you can ever imagine. You had the audacity to call them Omali. That is the problem. In Yoruba land, there is a saying that if you don't the people that watched Yoruba land degenerated to the state of despair that we have now, even to the state of fear that many of our people are having to live with now. They have the audacity to turn around and call the Yorubas who can see through their lies, call them Omoali. It's all right. It's okay. They said that when a house is really settled, now because the bastard in that household, or let me say the bastards, the kids are yet to grow up. And that is why today, despite what we are facing as a people, despite the losses that Yorubas have recorded for being part of Nigeria, despite them turning us to second-class citizens in a supposed united country, right? They want you to believe that So the message around there is this: Nigeria itself will show you your place. Even if we say this 1 million times, and somehow you continue to figure it out to evade the conversation or evade the facts, there is something I have learned over time. Nigeria has a way of making you regret believing that there is a chance, there is none. And the reason why this is going to drag on for long, where an ordinary Yoruba son and daughter is unaware of who he or she is, therefore the conflicting identity that the roguish political class always milk will continue to exist as well. So discovering ourselves, understanding their politics, knowing that none of them is in our own interest, but we can turn the tide. We can change the entire curve. Yes, we can turn the curve to our own advantage. And the question people are asking then is that how? I said, one, like the fire brigade, as they say, I've been a Boy Scout, always be prepared. So somebody was asking me a question earlier today, and that person said, Maiyegun, let's say, for example, we wake up tomorrow and there is a martial song that another Fulani, Kanuri, Hausa, or just anyone from anywhere has come out to say everything you have been saying. Nigeria is broke. Politicians have looted everywhere dry. Nigeria is bankrupted. Terrorists have overwhelmed, they have overpowered the security. The citizens are being kidnapped, ransom paid, and all of that. So the military need to come and save the day, and then just save everybody from this doom. So Maiyegun, So if they now come out tomorrow and then bam, 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 fellow Nigerians, that, let's be honest, do you really think the Yorubas, they have what it takes this time around to break out of Nigeria for good without having to hand Yoruba over to the people that will use her as negotiation again, like they did with Nadeko, like they did with Afenifere, and like they did with Obafemi Awolowo's name. And when that person asked me that question, I was like, man, that's a deep one. A lot of people don't want some of this political class in Yoruba land, whether PDP or APC. They want Yoruba nation, and they want Yoruba nation that is completely devoid of all these characters, that they should never be seen anywhere near where real decisions that has to do with the people are being made in a new nation like Yoruba nation. And he said, well, if there is a military coup tomorrow morning, number one, it's going to be a total reset. There will be no PDP, there will be no APC, there will be no Labour Party, there will be no Atiku, there will be no Tifnubu. Majority of them will run away. There will be no assembly, there will be no this, no, they will begin to appoint this or that. That person said, what would Yoruba do, Maiyegun? Or more? That question hit me, but I have an answer. The question hit me in the sense that, number one, there will be no peace. There will be no peace from the people of Yoruba land that will show any military coup that these people might want to pull at the last minute. Because there's also, they are already saying that it is already time, it's already ripe for it. From what they are saying, Burataye the Butcher could be coming back to save the APC, Egbekegbe, to save them the day. And don't ever say never. Don't ever say never. But one thing I'm very sure of is that there will be more rejection from southern Nigeria. How long that rejection is going to be is where I said, when they asked me that question, I'm like, how prepared are we that if they eventually bring their shocker, Nigeria is gone, okay? Their military that they are already giving money to, they can strike anytime. And the people that are bringing them are no other people than the desperados that want to be president of Nigeria, one disjointed Nigeria. They are already financing this behind the scene. I'm not trying to spook you, okay? I'm just trying to let you know that when it happens, what are we going to do was the question I was asked. And I said, I, as a person, I'll be one of those that will help to make sure that that military coup, whatever, is never accepted in southern Nigeria. We will spend money. We'll mobilize. We will spend money. We'll spend whatever is that to take to ensure that they never, ever, ever receive the support of the southern Nigeria. Look at this. Are you going, when the military will bring military tank out? Then you will realize that this is not 1990. This is not 1983. This is not 1970s, whatever. This is not 1995. This is 2022, okay? So it is going to trigger something that even they themselves, they probably would never expect it, or probably they would never be prepared for it. But like I said, how last is it going to be? When they begin to move there, because it is not good, whatever resistance that the southern Nigeria is going to pull for any of these stunts, wherever southern Nigeria is going to pull, it is not going to be crushed by the military tank. It is going to be crushed by the same desperado that kept us under this barbaric rule, under this barbaric arrangement in Nigeria. They are also going to be those to crush such a resistance. And that's where that, like I said, the question got to me, and I said, Omo, sometimes if we talk a lot about what they are doing, and we have an idea of what is likely going to be the end result of what they are doing, and we sense that when that happens, right, it is not going to affect those who gave them that or push them to that edge. It is going to affect many of us who are screaming never to follow them to that edge. Okay, so what do we do? It could be a window. I'm saying this to all of you now who are, pro Biafra, pro Yoruba nation. I'm giving you this intel that when people say Biafra will come anytime soon, and some say Yoruba nation will come anytime soon, it is going to come if you are indeed ready for it. When I say ready for it, sometimes when you look at the actions of what these rogues are doing, their overconfidence and all of that stuff, you know that the end result is going to be a serious doom, okay? So when that doom happen, right, the way you react, as well as the way you handle it, will depend on your own preparation. As it is right now, it should be us putting our resources together, getting ourselves ready as a people, right? Once they trigger that article, break it up. Article break it up is the article of a military takeover. It's a two-way thing, okay? The first one would be, could they use the military as their saving to save face? Saving face mean they've destroyed Nigeria already. They have committed genocide all over Nigeria, right? So by the time you begin to go after all of the terrorists they brought into Nigeria, you will figure out that all of them who have been in different political offices under this APC, Egbekegbe, PDP, you will realize that they are the sponsor, financier of those who have been murdering Nigerians since for the past 12 years. So by so doing, you will go, what do you call it? You will go out, you will need to go after them. And if you go after them, majority of them will have to spend the rest of their lives in jail, maximum prisons. Buhari is going to spend the rest of his life in Hague, in a prison, a 4x4 prison. They have built it for him right now in Amsterdam, in Holland. Are you listening? They are same thing with Malamun. Same thing with so many other of your roguish criminals who have committed genocide in the name of APC. So they might want to save face and bring one terrorist in uniform to declare that they have planned coup. They've taken over Nigeria. Sure, you get me now? So they may do that. And they may wait for the election crisis, which is another one. They have already set it in motion. Muslim tickets. So they have already set in motion what will trigger that religious war in 2023 if they hold their election. Remember when Buhari lost election in 2011? Did you remember that then? Over 400 human beings were killed. How many of you remember that? Of course you don't now. Shebi, 2011. Over 400 innocent people, Christians, youth corpers were killed because Buhari lost election. You know what they said? Jonathan won. They said Jonathan, an infidel, defeated Saint Buhari. How is that even possible? Then their imam, their mullah, you know what they told them? They told them that the Nyamiri, the Igbos, what's they called? The Christians, the infidels, they were the ones who rigged the election for Jonathan. If many of you who served in Bauchi, some of you who served in northern Nigeria in 2011, if you are watching this video, you will confirm what I'm saying to you. Over 400 human beings were slaughtered in a space of 2 days in northern Nigeria, 2011. That was why Buhari had to warn Jonathan in 2015, he said, if what happened in 2011 should happen again in 2015, baboon and dog, they will be soaked in blood. Do you know the monkey and dog, or the baboon and dog that were soaked in blood? Over 400 innocent Nigerians were slaughtered by Islamic fanatics of CPC in 2011. It was this same fanatic, Islamic fanatic of a CPC that marched with Tifnumbu's ACN, Okorocha's APGA, Ogbonaya Onus ANPP. Now all of them, then Saraki, Atifku's new PDP, they put themselves together. They call themselves Legacy Party to form APC. The Legacy Party, now that is why those who are now the Kaaba, the terrorists that are controlling everything in Buhari's government, they are the members of the old CPC, the same political party that supervised the killings of over 400 Nigerians because Buhari lost the election. And they said he lost the election because infidels, Christians, Igbos, they rigged the election for Jonathan, an infidel, a Christian. They didn't tell you, Abi. I'm telling you now. So they said, if you try same thing again in 2015, baboon and dogs, they will be soaked in blood. Who are the baboons and dogs? You. So they are now setting the template for 2023. If their military no overthrow them to give them safe landing, now Pastor Ruga I pity most. When Buhari overthrew the Shagari government, then carry Shagari, put them inside one self-contained and presidential suit. His deputy, then send them to Kuje prison. Kuje, down Boroba Shege. You destroy Nigeria. Now Pastor Ruga they pity most. The fake pastor Oniro, Agbalagba Oniro Ushi, Oniro Jati. For 7 years. The special advisor to Buhari on the burial arrangements, condolences matter or condolences visits, and trader money. The way he was receiving medical treatments abroad. He will go to Germany, take a quick medical checkup, do all of what they have to do. Then he will quickly stop by in America, do some quick checkup and the rest of that. But when the way now lost to his own boss, Jaga Bandits, the Jaga Wiri, the Jaga Addicti, Ashiwaju àwọn wèrè, Ashiwaju àwọn agbèrò. Suddenly, the Wiri said he had a leg pain. They had to do operation on the leg. Now then they found special or private hospital in Nigeria. Can't see post, can't see picture. Sorry, Shaminiona, we are meta kombe jare. Make it look like I'm just observing this hospital. Shamini another unaware. Make it look like this is me trying to put on my operation shirt. Shamini another unaware. Make it look like I am so happy to see all these doctors. They now share all the pictures. They said, hey, look at this. We should be so proud. Pastor Ruga is taking medical treatment in Nigeria. And guess what? It actually made it to the headlines. When they grab him, should I say to launch operation? Yeah. If their coup happen, they will put Buhari inside there as old people's home. Okay, he go they chop his fura de nono there. Na kuje ide ole jesu le jagan. Abag bedron kuje and lock him up with Oshtelo Kiyari. They will get a lot of inspiration, aspire to perspire. Acquire to Maguire. And then all those motivational talk, he may actually share that. But if they take him to Suleja or Kirikiri, that's what they do. So I pity him on the side, and I know pity him on the side too. Somebody someone, professor of law, sharing money to buy votes. He got to a stage, they have to go and charter one more helicopter for him. They loaded the helicopter with money. Helicopter enter Kogi airspace. The thing no fit carry him anymore. Just 30 minutes flight from Abuja to Kogi. Oh, the shopper yeni. The shopper crashed. This Pastor Ruga no say God no like all this. You are a pastor. You are deceiving people. You cannot be doing all of this. This is ungodly. He didn't give up. He went on to see go and share money in Kogi. And then he came back to go and do Thanksgiving with the balance of the money that crashed in the helicopter. So when this one is no be say when Eleshe Banji, no, they are all Eleshe. So when they come for them, if they have to use coup to as a saving grace to ease them out from them, to protect Buhari from being held responsible for his crimes. Buhari has killed more than 30,000 Nigerians. Buhari is a war criminal. Buhari, Malamu, Pastor Ruga, APC, Egbekegbe, majority of their key players, they are war criminals. Nigeria police, Nigeria general, service chief, retired, and those ones there right now, they are war criminals. They have committed genocide, especially in eastern Nigeria. Buhari's government, with the Nigeria military head, they colluded. They brought in terrorists who have killed over 45,000 Nigerians in 7 years. So I'm not making it up. Don't open your mouth like, "Hey, Maiyegun, you think I'm joking?" I'm not joking. Because they never get to your side. Abi, you are pretending that it's not your side, or you are because they haven't kidnapped you yet. No joke. You see, from that statistic, right? In the last 7 years alone, they have killed over 3,400 policemen, soldiers, forcemen, entirely security officials. Whether na soldier, whether na DSS, whether na NSDCC, what did they call them? Police. Terrorists have killed over 3,000 of them. So if I tell you that they have killed over 45,000 Nigerians, you think I'm making that up? No joke. It's up to you. Everybody just choose poison. You get that now? So if they don't take them to ease the way for Buhari, punish Pastor Ruga, then they've already paved the way for 2023 Muslim that is also going to help them trigger another religious war. Shebi the other day, one of them was saying that Yoruba Muslims are tolerant. Whoa, Wasiu, look at me very egbon. I'm not even going to say Shakiru Shako. We say, you are a Muslim, Abi. We know you as a Muslim. You will very soon. You are not going to be tolerating people who are not Muslim anymore. You are not going to be tolerating some of your brothers and sisters if they see anything sometimes that you believe that Islamically they are supposed to be chopped their head off. Egbon we say. Now so it go be for here, for Yoruba land. It go long, you. I don't lie you. It go tao. Tao. You know, you can say Taufiki. Tao. Your Afa will tell you that that Maiyegun is saying something against Allah, against the Prophet. So you, Tao, you will come, they warn me. They tell me, say, well, Benny, all this thing you are saying, no try and again, we go cut off your head, you. In Yoruba land, error. Because what they are plotting now is that before your 2023, the whole argument is going to be Muslim versus Christian, Christian versus Muslim, this and that. And do me, I go there in between. They hold your hands, make una no fight. I go to tell you, say, you know what, these rogues are not doing them for you. Are you going to hold yourself like, say, you be Angel, what is it called? Angel Gabriel's PA. I mean, you be the gatekeeper, the what do they call it? The night shift worker for hellfire, where they know people where they coming, or people where they know they coming. Or now you did the gate of heaven, where they Baba leave prophet, leave all these people alone. No. When politicians won't play you and mix your head together, they begin to throw them at you. So they are already setting the space. So if the APC, if they lose election, if they do election, no, they can't lose. Or they still say they don't lose. Now from northern Nigeria, they will start the killings. Sure, you know. You will see the campaign. Now that's why I'm saying that. Why do you want to waste your time? Why do you really want to risk it all to help fuel the fantasy of these rogues? Let's break it up. Join us. Let's tell them we are not interested in all of this. It doesn't make any sense. It's just a pure waste of time. Once they get what they want, you are back to the trench. Yeah, you are back to the trenches. Back to square zero. Yes, you will be back even to the square worse. Or you can tell them you don't want this. Oh, boycott the election, okay? Boycott it. Don't waste your time as being part of it. If the numbers, you see, not voting is also voting. Do you know that? They will make you think you have to. Maiyegun, everything you have been saying, I don't agree with you that people should not vote. I'm advising you not to, because you would. Some of you are already going to. But guess what? When you are done, you're going to come back to me here. Waiting, I no go lie, be say, maybe they come back and they ask me, Maiyegun, what is the solution now? I'll say, she badun. 2015, we were talking. Don't follow these rogues. Oh. They go take you to where you don't know. Oh, now change you want, now change you want. We love Nigeria. Our country must be great. Now you don't stay inside there, ruffle. You don't enter pit. When I won't do them again, I they tell you, no do amo. Invalidate it completely. So when that is done, right, then let the real uprising of a statehood declaration start. But that's the preparation part. Oh. That is that preparation. Some of you, if I tell you don't, you will still do it anyway. But I'm also saying it to you. When you do it, when you are done, right? Don't come back here in 2024, because 2024 is going to happen. 2025 is going to be here. And on and on. Yeah? If we live long enough. Then don't come back here and come there. Maiyegun, what is the solution? I will keep repeating this to you. So, in order not to wait till 2025, 2026, and all of that, until this happen again, for me to remind you, that's where the preparation part comes in. Are you ready? Are you actually ready to move to move the mountain? Move anything that is movable to prove it that, yeah, you know Nigeria is not going to work for anyone, but there is a particular one that can work for all of us. We are not moving ground or moving our moving land or anything. We are still where we are. We just want to redefine how we are governed. Wouldn't you love to see that or experience that? So that is why when they try to blackmail you because you are a Yoruba man or a Yoruba woman, listen to me, do not fall for that prey, okay? Just know one thing. You stay on and be steadfast as you are. There are others who are also joining you. And sometimes when these people don't experience what is coming, they will likely never believe what you saw that made you choose never to be part of that, okay? So that is why all of us that are so much in tune with what they are doing, we know the dangers coming, okay? If Kolu can't have his way, they would have to start a sort of a religious war, starting from northern Nigeria. And they believe that they would have their ready-made too, in southwest Nigeria, especially those who are already going to have started the violence before the election. So last, when I don't hear about operation, I mean, you don't hear about words here, Abi. You have, this time around is going to be spontaneous, and people are going to react as well. So that's the second one, where their military and all of that and their coup, can also pop in. Either way, somebody said something a while back. He said, Maiyegun, we know we can never be blackmailed by anybody because we know what is going on. And we also know that their election is a pure distraction, especially for those who have seen through the trauma that APC, Egbekegbe, unleashed on them for the past 7 years. But we know it's a distraction. But sometimes, right, if they don't experience what it means to get burnt again, right? Or even if if Nigeria doesn't happen to them, sometimes it won't make these messages meaningful to some of them, because this is so recent. And if anything happens now, in fact, they are happening in our favor. That's what that person said. A caller on this program, he said, it is happening in our favor. Our people are being distracted. Our people are being lied to, and our people are being blackmailed to accept what is not in their interest whatsoever, right? They are not being given any choice, okay? But by the time Nigeria happens, which is going to happen soon, it won't be a tough job to say it to you watching me right now. It will be so easy when next I tell you, right? Yoruba nation or Nigeria, it will be so easy. You are going to choose Yoruba nation. I believe that. But sometimes it will take an accident, a recovery that you will later call a miracle for some of you to meet that reality. Whatever they are giving you to sniff into your your noses right now, the Kool-Aid, it will fade off soon. You will see it so clear. And at that point, you are likely never going to be lied to easily anymore. Many of you've never liked my face for so long. I'm talking about the Lagos Abobakus and all that. But you see all these things I'm discussing with you, I am actually trying to save you. I'll keep saying it. I'm trying to save you from your own ignorance or greed. But if you ended up in the dragnet of what you want to drag yourselves into, right? You are not hurting me. In fact, if I tell you to drop that one Nigeria they are forcing on you, or you are forcefully embracing, right, and pick up your real identity, the real you, who you are, if I tell you to do that and you do it, you are not doing me a favor. You are not doing anybody a favor. If anyone tells you, right, that listen, the Nigeria that you see today, with the level of the rogues that are in charge and the rogues that are lining up to be in charge as well, they don't mean well. The end result will be calamitous. And then you listen and you do the right thing. You are not doing me a favor, right? You are doing humanity, not just yourself, but humanity a favor. That's something you would do. How about you do that now? So you are not off. You see, if somebody says, join Yoruba nation, and you say no, you are not hurting anybody, okay? But yourself. If they say do it and you join, you are doing anybody a favor, but yourself. In fact, maybe you might be doing the generation after you some great favor, like your own children, right? But if you think listening to the truth, doing the right thing, never allowing yourself to fall into that trap of blackmail, shebi Yoruba niyi, they are all bad. All of them are bad. Well, when we say we are all Yoruba. You see, these people are all doing the same thing. Yoruba, the Igbos are supporting their own. Hausas are supporting their own. Why is it that they only the Yorubas? They are trying to blackmail you. Okay? Tell them, if they say the Igbos are supporting their own, Tell them you are not from Igbo land. Whatever makes Igbo support their own, now them. Oh, meanwhile, it's not true. Have you ever seen where Igbos they beat their own politician? You don't want to do that, Abi. The other day, a Yoruba man said, Aregbesola, the way they run away. In Germany, Ekwere Madu ran. They ran after him. They collected his cap. Now them invited him for Yam Festival. Honorable Minister, Yam Festival, come Yam Festival. He came to Yam Festival and a beating. So one Wiri, one Sule Igbira, one Sule Omugo, and one Mugu, this Indomie generation morons, will tell you that the Igbos are defending their own, and you, as educated as you are, you're like, that's true. If you care for your children, if you care for your life, the first set of people to run away from are the people with the brooms. APC, they never meant well. This is not even like making things up. It is what it is. And then when you see Atifku and gang, if you run, as you run for APC, you can't see Atifku on the side. They shout this unifier, and all of that. Baba, if to say in a place where you feel fly, I beg, add flying to it. So if there's something you should run from those who are telling you that the damages and the division done by this APC, they have a solution on it, for it. And in that solution, they are asking all of you to come and work together. Let us work together. Let us build our country. They are lying to you. If you ask me, Maiyegun, what should I do? I will tell you, run. By the 1st of August, we are going to launch what we call the Yoruba Union. This is going to be the beginning of what you can call the readiness of the Yorubas for any kind of, eventuality. If they pull any stunts, when they tear your Nigeria down, we must be on ground to reap from the rubbles. Some of you may not understand what that means. Me, I do. And that is why I choose to work with people indeed who want results, not just words. So by the 1st of this month, 1st of August, okay, we're going to launch the Yoruba Union, which is also going to have a segment of it called the Yoruba Rescue Fund. You are going to see something new. This is somewhere that Yorubas are never going to be afraid again in the next couple of months. Yorubas are not going to be afraid again to converge. They are never going to be afraid again to mobilize in Yoruba land, right? We are going to do something that has never been done before, okay? We are going to bring the Yorubas out this time around, just same way they are bringing you out to come and profess loyalty to the same hegemony that is, that is enslaving us, milking us, looting us, and sadly killing us. Do you get that now? So we are going to have something like that, something huge. We're going to have full soldiers who are going to be well remunerated. When I say well remunerated, I mean these people who have access to the proper resources to do the evangelism. Should you they prepare for 2023, Abi? We self go to prepare with you. So when you now manage to get to that your 2023, as the APC, as they are also, as they are planning for the burial of the reasonable people, especially in Yoruba land, and bury our future, bury us and bury our dreams and our culture, whatever it's going to take, many of us are going to rise. We're going to rise. You're going to see us. You're going to see them, and you're going to see what we are capable of doing. Yorubas are going to come out. And they are going to come out for one thing and one thing only. They are going to demand for Yoruba nation. They are not just going to demand. They are going to get it. And the process for it, you will watch them start it. But first of all, get yourself ready. Warm yourself for it. Because when it is time to go for it, August 1st, the 1st of August, you must never be found wanting. So we won't be talking. My team said they want to be acting. We want to have results. And then to have results means that you must at least have the resources to do that. So to my fellow Yoruba brothers and sisters, especially on this Temple of Truth, please have this in the back of your mind, okay? A day of reckoning is near. And you, as a soldier of freedom, I am asking you now to get and begin to polish and clean your armor. You are going to wear the armor of can do. It's called the can do armor. We will, you say, yes, we can, and yes, we will together. I was planning to take a few calls tonight, but it seems that I actually stretched it a bit further than usual. So what I'm going to do is that I will still take calls, but that my call is going to be taking just 2-3 calls, and then I will call it a night. But before we do that, let me make some tea. When I get back, I'll take the calls. You can still like the video, and I'll be back. Okay. I think I came back right on time, so I have a caller already waiting. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Hello, sir. The Prince.
Yeah, my good general. This is Princess Jamal.
Good evening, sir.
We thank you. We thank you. We thank you so much. We don't know how to thank you. You know. We don't know whether we will carry you. We will carry you put for head. They run up and down. You know.
Thanks, man.
Wait till they do very small. My good general, I tell you. You know, this year Mike pass to Kano, make it take and jeje.
There is so much, and you know, one thing is that if you miss one now, right? Before you know it, you're actually missing more. Because there are more as well that are already waiting for you to actually review. So it's just endless. No wonder people get to lose counts. And sometimes they are indifferent. When you say 50 people killed, you just say 50 people. They killed another 50 people again. 120 people killed in Kiniko village. People will be like, 130 something people again. People are indifferent because they continue to hear a lot about. So that's why, you know, you lose count. So you would, I mean, I will never run out of what to say, especially with the level Nigeria is, you know, headed anyway. So,
you know, Maiyegun, thank you so much for your diary. You know,
thank you.
You know, when you rewind us back to 2011, when 400 people were killed.
Yes. Now, how many people even remember that now? Or did I just remind all of you?
Election.
Because you remember all those eight coppers killed in Bauchi? They killed them because they said coppers rigged the election for Jonathan. That's how they killed many of them. Students, everybody, all over North. Some of them are watching me right now.
Mostly, apart from those coppers, most of the people that were killed there are all Christians.
And
you know,
Igbos as well. I have the record. Is there shops, businesses destroyed because Buhari lost election?
Yes. Anytime anything happen, you know, when all these fanatics, Muslim fanatics are going out, the first people they attack is the Igbos.
The Igbos, their businesses, you know. I mean,
their businesses,
they
destroy their phones.
They will say, all of you talking, your brothers and sisters, their businesses here. Hello, are you not supposed to be the same Nigerians? Why should you go after some people because they are Yoruba, they are Igbos, they are Christians in northern Nigeria? Because they are not privileged.
That is the threat and fear we continue to live all the days of our life. We continue to live with this vampires, you know, because they're never tired of drinking blood. If they don't drink blood, you know, they are not healthy. And blood of human being, you know, treat them like honey. You see, Maiyegun, they have only 2 lifelines now. You understand? Based on what you're analyzing today, the two lifelines they have now is to either to unleash their terrorist military.
Now, to plan coup.
Yes, exactly. To plan coup because they believe that maybe they have majority in the army, but you know, everything they are planning surely will backfire on them because even the Hausas in the army now, they too are beginning to know because their people are being killed in their villages while they are defending Nigeria in the name of Fulani hegemony. You get what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So they too are beginning to wise up. The middle belt, all the Benue's, most of them are military people. You understand? They can't be in the army fighting for Fulani while their people are being killed. They are not stupid. You understand? So everybody are wising up. You know, the bubble is about to burst. You know, you and I step into this matter now. Are you getting me? You and I step in, so they are scrambling now. So what they are now, there's only 2 lifelines available for them. Is either the military or this all these rats that they put in the forest in 36 states of Nigeria that they want to use to round everybody up. All these terrorists they put in the forest. You understand? That's why the security alert now is 100%. Everybody must know that security alert now red very, very high.
It's red
alert. When they say security is red alert, you know that you must be watching your shoulder every second. That is the meaning of that.
Anything can happen to you. Your head may go off your shoulder any moment if you are not careful. And it can happen anytime.
Anytime. You understand? This is not the time to be organizing comedy show. This is not the time to be organizing. This is not the time to be organizing a star mega jam. I get to me, Maiyegun. All those things that will distract you, will make you not know the danger around you. This is not the time. People must wake up and know that, look, I begin to organize security within, starting from your house to your local government to your state. Everybody should start organizing themselves because these people, if they don't come out with their military now, the next thing they will come out with their terrorists in the bush. This is the 2 options that is available to them. You know, so we Biafrans, we always track them ahead. And this is the reason why they hate IPOB, like like what would I say? Like a scorpion. They hate IPOB because they proscribed us ahead of time. You know, because they believe that we want to spoil all their plans. I getting me. So, but we are not giving up. It's to the last man standing. It's not 1,000 years. This fight we will fight them. So they're better. Now it's better. Now it's good money for them. You know, they better go and at least settle in their own region, their empire. We don't see their cow. We don't see their land. No. We don't see their wife. What will be their problem? You understand? They won't come overrun us, turn us into refugee, turn Yoruba into refugee. Then they now possess everywhere, and they now take over. Maiyegun, God bless you, Jare. Thank you for your good work.
The Prince.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. You have a good one, okay?
Are you too, yeah?
Yes, man.
Are going home. Janja with our fries going home. Ayalaba go Oduduwa is going home.
So I'm lonely.
Janja with the
Prince. You have a good one, okay? Nice one. Hello there.
Guten Abend.
What do? Guten Abend. How are you?
Baba, I did very fine. Active.
Solid.
I'm fine. Baba, don't stop drinking tea. Mom, Magbo, Maiyegun. Mom, Magbo.
Because Amarugbo Takebe díẹ̀ náà wà ńbẹ̀.
Confirm.
Ó dẹ̀ wọ̀. Ṣé you get me now? So we're not láti kàn fi maintain body temperature. Ìwọ ṣá kàn pé mo wà alright. Agbó mo mú bàbá. Except.
I trust you. I trust you on that, Papa. You know, I mean, Nigeria problem.
Yeah, and they say so may you try. They try.
Sometimes
they try. Yeah. Small. Well, I know they finish. I'll be like bicycle.
You know the finish. Sometimes if I watch all these TVC news, Arise channels, I never see any good news. Nothing good. The only one where I see today, okay, one praise on Amusho to the just 100 meters or two. Although one praise that they were praising him like he was Nigerian made. That girl is not Nigerian made. That girl schooled in abroad. Yankee.
Do you know
exactly that girl?
She ran.
Exactly.
Do you remember that? She
ran.
She ran in Africa, and when she was supposed to have the African record, they said the timer didn't work.
Exactly. I remember that story. You know, so I mean, they were all like, yeah, I'm sure, Boomer, Silva. All those things. I just look say, is that the only good news you can tell me today? No, apart from that professor, tomorrow release sound. Man, I couldn't watch it.
They have been starved of good things for so long. To the point that some of them today, some people were saying, yes, Nigeria can be a great place. Our leaders are the problem. Nigeria, see, this, I'm so proud. I'm a proud Nigerian to them.
Bullshit.
24 hours, see. Can last 24 hours, see. I
tell you. Exactly.
So sometimes let them enjoy.
Exactly.
They need it to. They've been starved.
Yeah.
Good things
I mean,
so long.
Yeah. Which day be that? I want one dialect, man, my body couldn't take it. Like, even though they are not Yorubas, we can consider Awusas or Fulanis or I don't know Norao, but at the same time, to treat a human being like that,
you see those
children, after a lot of days,
those children.
And now.
Clement,
and now federal government now declare, I'm talking about those ones that were kidnapped between the Kaduna and Abuja road. They released them.
Did you see those small children with them? Those women.
I saw them.
You saw that they have been in that. They have been in that forest since March 28th this year.
Imagine. I mean, to be honest, that kind of thing can never happen in the Western world. Or even in some countries in Africa, one man track our people for so long. But well, that's just by the way. Imagine, same thing, Abuja can declare schools closed because of state of security. If your federal capital territory will be closed, who else is safe? There is no security. And most of them, they now interview them, the aspirants. They will always be like, I don't want to discuss about that. Like, say they want to leak more important information they don't want the other parties to steal from. And if they don't have any solution to this problem, they're just fooling people. People like Simeon on the comment section, let's vote for obedient people. What can Obi do with the 1999 constitution? It can do nothing. It's like an handicap. Yeah, and the worst case scenario, should I propose a worst case scenario to you, bro? Please. The worst case scenario, make them talk, say, everybody, both the whites, the blacks, living in Germany should go to Nigeria. And people in Nigeria should come to Germany. I swear to God, Germany, I will not do compare to Nigeria. Meanwhile, Nigeria will change to Germany. I know what I'm saying, because there are some things that are lacking. Our constitution is bad. Our law, everything, roads, everything. Fashola is now preaching to us on channels to Tinubu is the best candidate or stuff like. Can you imagine stuff like that? Are you fooling us? For how long? For how long? I watched one documentary. As you talked about it on the comment section Africa Day, it's this documentary about the warlords in Zamfara. Oh, the warlords.
Have you seen it? It's a BBC African documentary. Baba,
BBC, exactly.
Clemo, there's a part where one of the terrorists, Bandits, was talking. He said, they said, do you go out kidnapping? He said, no, I don't go out kidnapping. No, I only go out.
I only kill.
I only go out when I want.
That was the guy that was Do you know that was the guy in Zamfara recently? Who was declared wanted? Alero, exactly. Can you imagine? And that's now another proof for the federal government. They know where these people are. They know them.
They do.
Why are they fooling us? They should stop fooling us. They know them. They know their hideouts. They know everything about them. Now they have declared Buhari yourself. They are coming for you. Little finger of Kaduna, where is that from? They are coming from. So who is safe? Basic amenities is not there. Your currency is once NNPC limited.
Downhill.
Yes. NNPC, our source of income, our so-called source of income is now limited. What does that mean? Meanwhile, the head, the directorate, the people in charge are still the same.
Yes.
The corruption is still going on. In a good country, they should have thought about refinery. Refinery. And one Barabi go Kaki like a super falcon to lose over Zambia. One give I bala want to score. Now, Baba, I don't want to take your time because you still want to pick up some other calls. But in my own mind, Yoruba nation.
But add what you want to add.
Yoruba nation.
Clemo, please.
Baba, we need to just focus our mind on Yoruba nation. There is no any other option. For the obedient fellas, you have the right to choose. That's normal. I want to Tinubu, you have the right to choose.
Exactly.
But this thing is a common sense thing.
Thanks, no thanks.
No apologies. No, we can give one my software. Thanks. If you have the software, thanks. My buying so I lost Subusica.
Yeah.
In Bowling, Baba Bani so bala over daddy man is buying if you call her. No man. Only Dija, you know. I wish you a good night, sir.
Clebo.
No.
Good one, Baba. Nice one, eh? So I have somebody else again on this line. Hello there.
Maye, Baba.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Baba, Maye. Maiyegun the general.
Oh, yeah.
Maiyegun the president.
Bolenki mi, emi non ki wo. Maiyegun je mera bolenki mi. Emi non ki mo, emi non ki wo.
Ayé bàbá, ẹjẹ́ kọ́ bèrè àwọn ọmọ mi kọ́ bèrè àtìyá. Akú ọlídé ọ̀sẹ̀ wọlé mẹ́fà.
Iṣẹ́ ni láyé ọ̀tọ̀.
Ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́fà yẹn.
Parenthood should be a special job.
Baba, I don't book your boy for good 4 weeks for camp.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, Baba, you there? Oh, network again. What? Hello? No. Baba, can you hear me? No way. Okay, I'll go take another one. Then hopefully I'll get him back. Hello there.
Maiyegun one name. Good evening.
One name. Good evening to you. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, Maiyegun. You still remember me?
I think I do.
I am the first person that called. No, I'm the first person that called you one name on this program. The first Igbo man that called you Maiyegun one name. I told you I had a baby boy.
Okay, I think it's coming back now. It's coming back. It's been a while. I've not heard from you in a while now, by the way. So are you, sir?
I've been trying to call sometimes, but the network is like every time I'm trying to call, it's like the whole world is on your channel, so I can't get to you.
It's just it's work on its own. So I
just cooled down and listened to the program and participated as well. Maiyegun, see about what you're saying this evening. My brother, it has come to the extent where I don't blame the politicians anymore. I blame the Nigerian youth that don't want to revolute, don't want to rise up and take their destinies in their hands. They are seeing what is going on, yet they don't want to rise up. I'm fed up of every day, tell them what is going on. They see it happening every day with the development in the country, and they don't want to take any decision. They don't want to revolute. They don't want to rise up and take their destinies in their hands.
Excuses and all that.
Nobody wants to die. If you talk, they'll tell you should come back from abroad and come and start first for them to follow you. So now I've decided to keep quiet and be looking at them. It will come to a time where dog will eat dog. Then now, it's either the ancestral dog will survive or the Doberman will survive. Or the Rottweiler will survive.
So
it will come when dog will eat dog. That time they will know there is no way.
The survival of the fittest. They are already using that language. They will tell you Nigeria is the survival of the fittest too. But guess what?
So when it gets to that time, them themselves will take their hands.
Yeah, you know something I want to add, yeah? There's something I figured out that when people believe that they are tougher because that's what Nigeria does to you. It makes you feel like you are tough. So you adjust, you get used to all this hardship. What I figured out is that although people are thinking that they are strong to face all these things that they are facing without fighting back, but they are actually getting their mental health destroyed or damaged. A lot of people have been damaged mentally now, simply because
they don't know that. They don't know that the more they keep saying they are tough, is the more they are getting weak. They will get to the extent where they will accept every nonsense, everything that comes. They will take it because they have just decided to take it. You understand? So let them keep on being stupid. To come to a time where the youth, when it gets to that dog eat dog, they will not get up by themselves. The Yoruba youth will stand up, the Igbo youth will stand up, the Middle Belt youth will stand up and raise their flags by themselves and say they don't want Nigeria again. That's how it's going to happen. You see it.
Well,
already people are running. People are running away from Abuja. People are running away from Abuja. People are going back to their hometowns from Abuja. You don't see what is going on?
I see. They made an announcement.
People are beginning to go back from Abuja.
Schools should be shut in Abuja. Federal capital. It's like saying schools should be shut in Berlin or schools should be shut in London because of insecurity or more.
I I am so pissed off that I don't listen to anything about that country again. Nothing good comes out of that country. The only good news I've had for months about that country is this Amusu girl that carried gold and the UN the message to Nigeria about Mazen and the Kano. That is the only good news I've had for a very long time about that country. So
thank you so much
for me now.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you. It's good to hear from you again. Okay, so let me hear from Osita. Osita is
one name, the number.
That my brother, sir. Osita. How are you?
You are everything in everything.
Thank you. Because I've got you. I've got people like you, a lot of people like you that kind of inspires me quietly, even though if I don't make noise of it. But it reflects, doesn't it? It does reflect.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Thank you.
My brother that just spoke to you now, he is right.
Another brother from another mother.
He is right. But then there is something that happens in life. It's just like a soccer, like in soccer. You will see Real Madrid, Manchester United, the big clubs, the Manchester City. They will catch the smaller club. They will beat them all the time. But one day, there's something that is called complacency. When it sets in, you would think you will just go there again and beat them. And you'll be surprised with the way they handle you.
Then you receive a shocker.
That was, it was going to be a shocker. Like Aston Villa dealt with Liverpool one time, 7-2. It was like a shocker. So you are definitely going to, the one you think is weak. Do you know that time you think is weak? At his weakest point, that is when he becomes so dangerous. Let the so-called, I don't call them elite, I use that word, let the so-called elite continue to ride now. They think it's a free-for-all riding. But when complacency will set in, at the lowest ebb of the youths of Nigeria, when they react, I keep saying the human force, when they react, that's when you will know that there's no retreat, no surrender.
Sita, you know what you just said now reminded me of the time when the palliative war was happening during the COVID lockdown, right?
Yeah.
When people really rose, not even any of the security wherever could stop them. You know that I'm talking about those who went in for their food.
You are
here and there.
Yeah, you are totally right. It is what happened in this country. What's the name of this country that they went to the presidential palace and they started screaming? They didn't go there that they. Yes, they didn't go there that they wanted to beat the president. They they went in there to enjoy what the president had been enjoying in his presidential villa.
Why they were suffering, so they wanted to see
why they
themselves.
Were suffering. That same time that you talked about the COVID lockdown, that was the first time.
I mean, it was the time it was the time they sent the Oba of Lagos out of his palace now.
Exactly, that is what I'm
Oba
saying.
of Lagos had security, had everything. Now they could have called for,
he had everything,
you know, but they had to smuggle him out of the place.
They have to smuggle him out of the place.
Who attacked this palace? They didn't have any single weapon. No. They just went there with their stone and stick and he ran.
Yeah. So that is the definition of that word, complacency. So you will keep taking people for a ride and you keep taking people for a ride. But once upon a time begins a sweet story. And there is always an adage that says a day shall come end.
A day shall
when
come.
That day that shall come end will come, then we shall have new voices speaking out for themselves. Not even new voices speaking out for the people. New voices speaking out for themselves. That is when they will understand this whole thing. It is just a very small portion of Nigeria, a very small portion of these people that is holding a whole nation, if not a whole continent, to ransom. Now, they've forgotten. I asked somebody, I keep making this equation. That is something I want people to understand.
Right.
what is the strength of our security operatives in Nigeria, everything civil defense put together, then what is the population of that country that we are looking at? If we decide to take them one-to-one, I hope they realize the population, the ratio, what it looks like. We will overrun them within the space of time.
It's probably going to be ratio so let's see. I think it's going to be like ratio 4-1. Because their population is under 1 million. So it's going to be ratio 200-1. Yeah, 200-1.
I was speaking
so it'll be
to
one
one
soldier,
of my friends.
200 people. One police, 200 people. So it's now up to them. Let's see what they can do.
Yes, I was speaking to a friend of, he's not a friend, he's like a brother of mine, who is the 2IC in Area F. I was speaking to him a few days back, and I told him that, you know, if the people decide they want to know you, and don't think they don't know you, they know your family, they know your children, and they decide that they want to put a peg on each of every one of you, that is. Because I was advising him that he should leave the police force. Because he should leave that police force before it is too late for him. If they decide to put a peg on every one member of your family, all of you, one by one, believe me, even if Buhari tells you that you should shoot, you will look at Buhari, you wouldn't know when you shoot Buhari first. Because your children have been held.
You better kill me. For me to carry out that your order, I would never carry
that your order. Because your family has been held in the state. I said, it's better you leave. So this thing that we are doing, I can only say, let us not stop talking. No matter the abuse. On my page, if you see the abuse on Instagram, if you see the abuse, but it doesn't take anything away from me. No. Because I keep telling everybody that cares to listen. If it is me, I am okay. But I can never be okay, and my people are trapped in that particular place.
There's no way one will be.
It is, yes. Even if I have the ability to bring all my people.
Can you bring the whole village? Can you bring the whole town?
Will I bring the whole village? Will I bring the whole town? So that means it is anybody that is living abroad that thinks, oh, I've escaped. What am I going to do? But you're only just being stupid. Have it at the back of your mind that part of you is still
there.
Back home there.
And they can always reach you through them.
And that is the reason. And that is the reason I appreciate you as a person, Maiyegun, because you have never thought about it to stop talking. Even when you had that, I call it little crisis. I told you that time that was little crisis. You were not deterred. You were not moved. You still kept talking. And in that same manner, let us all follow that same attitude of keep talking. Let us not be discouraged in anything. This thing, I tell people, this war is for us and not for any other person.
That's true.
Thank you very much, my brother.
God bless you, Sita.
God bless you. Bye.
I appreciate that. So I have another caller on the line. A quick one. Hello there.
Maye General, the 10-star General.
That's Rodney of the Rodney.
How are you doing? This is Rodney from London.
That's right.
We praise God. And you?
I'm very well, sir. Thank you.
How is my family?
We are all fine, sir.
Egbon is fine, man. Egbon is back.
Oh, is it? He's probably watching as well.
My brother. Yeah, I'm sure.
Baba,
God bless you, my brother.
I'm talking to Rodney right now, and I bet you're probably there smiling, right? If you are watching. So, Rodney, you will deliver my message, sir. Yeah, tell him. So that I ask of him.
I will deliver your message. I will deliver your message.
Yes, sir.
My brother, God bless you. You see, we've come so far on this journey.
Yes, sir.
That now we know that Fulanis are everywhere in Yoruba land. They are everywhere, next to everybody, in Yoruba land. But one thing, because I agree with my two Biafran brothers that spoke, Osita and the other one, I totally agree with them. And I believe that we must continue to lift our voices up on every social media platform to remind our people that it doesn't matter how many trailer loads of Fulanis they bring from Futajalon to come and kill the Yoruba people. We still outnumber them.
Yes, that's the point.
And when we see all these horrible things, the horrible killings that these people that they are doing, you know, in Yoruba land, you know, they are not taking it easy at all. You know, they are just they actually kill in a way that they want to make the people afraid. You know, they killed one person in such a nasty way that the whole blood is flowing.
In a barbaric, fearful way that you will be like, what could be the problem that
These
you
are
actually
animals.
do this to human being? What?
These are animals. These are animals. They are not humans. So what I want my brothers and my sisters to put in their mind as Yoruba people is remember all the pictures that you saw, all the videos that you saw when you storm these people's place in those bushes where they are hiding.
Yes.
Remember these pictures and make sure if you roast them, I will be one of the people who will eat. If you call me and say today the war is starting, I will buy my ticket and go back home. And I'll be at that war.
I've met with you. I've met with Egbon, and I can actually confirm what you are saying right now, just in case people who don't know you. But yeah, you know one thing. What I told people, Rodney, I said I have met with few people, right? I've spoken to a lot of people as well, and I have met with Yorubas who told me one-on-one that this thing is so personal to them. Some of them said some of these attacks happened in their villages, and it's so personal to them because they are far away from home, and they feel so bad that with their experience and all of that, they couldn't use that to save the people back at home. And they are saying that when they realize that people are working together to provide a platform for Yoruba nation, this and that, they are willing to offer their services. Rodney is one of them, by the way. Go on, sir.
I'm telling you, my brother, I am willing. I'm ready to go back to my own land and say, look, because the way they do this thing is like people are just anyway. I know that the Yorubas are rising up, you know, and I want people who keep saying, "Oh, we are scared that they will kill us. We are scared that we will die." I want you to realize that they are already killing you.
Already killing you.
Look at the way they are killing you. They don't. Did you see the photo of the twins, the beautiful twin girls? Oh my God! It ripped my heart apart. Look, these people are not human beings, and I believe that, you know, as we all keep seeing, they are actually helping us. You know, and I agree with
Nigeria. Can't tell us why we want to leave Nigeria. Then we say, what is left? Why are you keeping us? So they should continue.
See,
they shouldn't stop.
My brother, I agree with what you said some minutes ago. When you said now, when you see 50 people have been killed, you just say, okay, they're not going to reach the 200 of day before yesterday. 20 people have been killed. They're not going to reach the 50 of yesterday. See one policeman that they caught this guy anyhow in his neck. I don't know if you saw it on Koiki Media status. You know, this guy,
that's what they do now. They mash people in a way that you can't recognize them. And they said the reason why they do that is that when you come and carry the people they kill, and you see the way they do them, if they tell you that the Fulanis are coming, you will run. You will not try to fight them. They said they do that intentionally. And I was like, okay, we shall see.
You got it.
We shall see. You know what I mean?
Our people realize that so far, they only carry out attacks in covert manners. They don't just, if you want to fight war, declare war. Russia wanted to fight war. They declared war.
They declared it and they came the day they wanted to come. Don't come in the middle of the night. Don't target vulnerable people. Don't go to people somewhere you know that they don't have anything to defend themselves. They can't deflect. Come on.
Yes. When we see the way they are attacking people, we understand that they know that we are stronger than them.
Yes.
If they did not get that, let them get it now. That we already got the message that they know we are stronger than them. And my brother, the day I hear the bell that it is time, oh boy, I will buy my own ticket.
I know.
I go.
There are many people like you, Rodney, you see. And then there are many of us like that too, that are always going to, be part of the people on ground when the time arrives, when the time comes. So I can tell you what we need is just to make sure that we have a foundation that can take care of everyone, right? Which will make every effort or every sacrifice. Rodney Baba. Thank you so
God
much.
bless you.
Let me take care.
My family, feed them for house, so when go see my face, not stop from now.
Thank you so much. So I was waiting for you, sir, and I'm glad you made it back. Hello, sir.
Maye Baba.
So
kọ́yé láti wọlé padà irúmọlẹ̀ ló sọ̀rọ̀ irúmọlẹ̀ brother princess mo ní tìgbà sọ̀rọ̀ láì tí màá ṣe ní princess tí mi ní bólú tí mi ní princess tí mi ní bólú tí mi ní àwọn tèmi náà àná ẹ̀ gan ni bẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ ìyàwó mi bàbá mo ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá náà. àná ẹ̀ gan bí tí a ti arrange surprise dinner fún ìyàwó mi fún birthday bí ta lọ bó ṣe jókòó tá à ń jẹun tá à ń ṣe gbé àbá mọ́ lísìn sí ìyàwó mi ní ìwọ pẹ̀lú Maiyegun ẹ̀yìn ta mo mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń gbọ́ nìyẹn níbi tá a jókòó sí ìgbà onímọ̀ rí bá a tún ṣe délé báyìí mo wá sọ online ní straight pé ẹ̀yìn tèmi ni wọ́n ní o kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ mo ṣe wọlé ní o bàbá káṣà máa dúpẹ́.
ẹni tó wá ṣe decoration all níbi tí a ti ṣe ìkómọléla right so mo wá lọ sí pé kí n tẹ yọjú sí wọn kó tó di pé party bẹ̀rẹ̀ now madam tó ń decorate all ló bá ní ẹ má bínú o ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé ẹ̀yin ni Maiyegun mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà ẹ̀yin lẹ gba ọkọ mi lọ́wọ́ mi alálẹ́ ni tí program yẹn ò bá tán báyìí kò ṣe ìgbà yẹn ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa sọ pé àgbẹ̀ kí ló sọ pé àgbẹ̀ jẹ kí ló ní ó bá mi ṣe lẹ́ǹkan yẹn so ẹ̀yin lẹ ń jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ mi ẹ wo ẹ jẹ mí lówó nìyẹn ẹ̀yin lẹ ẹ wo mi lẹ́rọ̀ rí bá ń lé mi mú everywhere
kájà máa dúpẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ká máa dúpẹ́ ìyá ń gbọ́ngbà táwọn ọmọ mi ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn abí bí pẹ́sẹ̀ jẹ sọ lánàá bí pẹ́sẹ̀ ìṣọ́lá wèrè ń ṣe wèrè wọn ni wọ́n ya wèrè gan-an ráìpẹ́ wọ́n ya wèrè gidi. Baba, make I just give people one small analysis. You know that analysis. Mo sọ fẹ́ nìkan ní àárọ̀ ẹ̀. Mo wà á play mi lọ bíṣẹ́. Àjọpàdé níbi camp. Fi máa lọ drop ọmọ yìí pé wọ́n ti wà sí chief holiday. Lẹ́sìn pé ọmọ six weeks rẹ̀ kò ní easy fún mi. Láìláì tó bá wà nílé mo máa disturb yẹ tí ẹ bá ń ṣe ń lé. Èmi gan-an wàhálà ẹ̀ máa fẹ́ pọ̀ ju tèmi lọ. Mo tẹ lọ fi sí camp yẹn ni 4 weeks straight. So bàbá tó bá ti dé ní tó bá ti lọ mú láago mẹ́rin ó ti máa rẹ̀ tó bá ti jẹun. Tó tó mọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ pápápápá ó ti rẹ̀ ilẹ̀ tí ṣó ti lọ sùn. To cut the story short, wọ́n bá máa pàdé àjọ sọ̀rọ̀. Máa rí ní score mọ́ mi Yorùbá ni. Wọ́n sọ fún wọn ṣe wọ́n sì kàn mú ní make I tell you one. Ní ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation kò lè work. Kíní kan ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu kíní kan pé ká tẹ̀ consider Tinubu. Mo ní wá máa mi ibi tẹ́ èèyàn ti ń ṣe mistake. Mo ní kí n ṣe analysis fún ìta. Bàbá mo jókòó mi ò lọ opportunity láti kàwé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o. Because of the condition of Naija. You understand me?
I'm with you, Baba.
Nítorí condition ìlú yẹn, Baba. Nígbà tí mo wà ní primary school tí mo lọ primary school mi, I came out with distinction nígbà yẹn. Bó ń torí pé Popsi kò ságbára, Momsi òun ni breadwinner. Momsi mi sọ lọ kú nínú motor accident when I was just 10 years and some months. Lọ́nà Ọ̀làrò, bí ló ti ń ṣe káràkátà. You go imagine that kind of life. Bàbá, mo kó ẹ̀pẹ́ inú kan náà, ṣiṣẹ́ bíríkìlà àti gbogbo ẹ̀, hustle for life at least kí wọ́n lè jọmọ ọkùnrin. But the system himself, kí wọ́n máa dúpẹ́, but the system himself, pẹ̀lú gbogbo hustle and everything, bàbá, I can't discover say
If you no still come off for that country, you no get life. You only life. To bash also to go in your of course, the policy condemned Baba.
Can't lose everything.
It will just destroy everything. It happened to me. Baba, my importation business I do from Sweden before I moved from UK. Spare part, motor business, shift. Baba, let me to Mumbai sort of. I still do cargo business with my job.
Right.
From 2.5 million naira, Baba, where are the air container from Nigeria without oilage? Oilage is between 600, 650. That's the same car. Anybody about importation, cargo business. I'm a customer store. Oilage is between between the pleasure. 650, 700. Clearing of 40 feet container. No, in cotton sheet, tell it.
Okay.
Guys, in cotton sheet, tell it. This was before January. January more, right. But when I was in Nigeria, January 24th.
Right.
By January 25th, Baba, one increment, one strike, and one clearing agent. We want to increase new rate. One follow, but strike here was like 3 weeks. Baba, Omomola will say importation. Wọ́n ní nǹkan ṣe pẹ̀lú importation business. Wọ́n ṣòwò spare parts. Tẹ́lẹ̀ mi wọ́n ṣòwò business mọ́tò. Wọ́n kọjá wá láti ìlú òyìnbó, láti China, láti Japan, láti Germany, láti Europe. Na Yorùbá níbo ti ju am. Baba, na Yorùbá àti Igbo ló ń ṣe ló wà ń jẹ. So I'm on this side. Nǹkan tá à ń ṣe fún wa. Baba, today wey I dey talk to you. Container where I use 2.5 million naira to for Nigeria. Look at how much today.
How much?
Between January and May, at 4.5 million naira without oilage.
Is that not going to kill your business? Is that not what
Baba,
actually kills your business? Is not here.
Baba, we say business. Baba, money more than 20 customers. Tó fún mi business cargo láti bí lọ sí Nàìjíríà lọ sí Èkó àwọn tó ń fẹ́rù lọlé bàbá ìwọ̀nba àwọn tó kù ń sè me myself I dey feel for them tí bá wo ẹrù ẹlòmíì báyìí mò ń lò dùn jọ Wednesday lọ́tùnla mo lọ kọ́ àwọn ẹ̀rọ kan ní sensor lẹ́nu ẹ̀rọ customer kan mo wo woman ẹ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́rù ẹ̀ tí mo fẹ́ lọ bá kó mo pé báwo mo fẹ́ charge woman èyí ló fẹ́ make lórí ọjà tó ń kó lọ sí Èkó yìí. But I won't care about that. They don't send us messages. Tell people destroy anyone. Want to destroy Louis. I'm talking about when you pay. That is it. Yeah. Most of our young pay. Ìjọba Buhari, wọ́n ti fi Nigerians àti Nigerians tó wà nú ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti fi 70% ìyàwó lọ́wọ́ China. And they go back to that your analysis. What they do?
50% mo fẹ́ try jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ kí n break ọ̀rọ̀ gbèsè yẹn down lálọ́ ní issue audio yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn ó pàdé ó distract me a bit.
Tí n bá sọ fẹ́ lò mí bàbá they look me say wetin this kind of talk wọ́n ní wọ́n ti fi yíyáwó 70% 30% ló kù the next thing tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé wọ́n gbá
tètè yàtà ẹ̀ wọ́n dànù kọ́ parí gbọ́gbà ṣe é lórí.
The next thing, my no life for us. Anybody Naija tó wà nù Naija yẹn tó bá fẹ́ gbọ́ kó máa gbọ́. Àwọn olórí kunkun àwọn wèrè wọ́n tẹ̀lé ti Tinubu Obi wèrè àti Fóyè àti gbogbo ẹ̀ yẹn kó máa gbọ́ ọkọ̀ tó mọ̀ ọ́. Baba, I get opportunity to know Atiku when Atiku was Controller General in NACO. Baba, every Friday, then they take more than 5-6 Ghana must go, they bring money. If you take a GO, confirm and they tell you. Baba, I know people with me and them, but I want to do a little comment. There is no person where they talk. But I don't want to review my name because you see this comment, this one I just talk. If I review my name, a lot of people go know me.
No, boy, London. Another analysis that they do for people, between 1999, nílùú tá a jọ wà Maiyegun, we could tell ourselves to káwọn wèrè tó wà níyẹn tó ń tẹ̀lé olóṣèlú tí wọn ò ní ọjọ́ ọ̀la yẹn tí wọn ò ní any good thing fún wọn tó ń létí tó fi ń gbọ́ràn yẹn kọ́ máa gbọ́ bàbá between 1999 sí 2002 tá a wà sí 2022 bàbá kò sí any governor both past governor and present governor tó ti ṣe 36 states ní Nàìjíríà both minister bàbá head of state mélòó ló ti jẹ between 1999 states bàbá no one the one wey get the cheapest house for this UK wey I know confirm na he get £1 million house bàbá calculate 36 governor alone ilé £1 million that is £36 million
in the UK economy.
Nínú UK economy, bàbá. Ṣé wèrè làwọn pípù yìí ní sójà wèrè ní bàbá? Báwo ni ó ṣe máa bomi nínú drum? Báwo ló ṣe máa bomi nínú drum tó máa lọ dá sínú omi òkun?
Sínú òkun. Àwọn máa fi kọ́ọ̀pù ń bu omi nínú drum.
Ebi ń fa àwọn aráàlú ẹ̀ ìyá ń jẹ wọ́n. Ebi ń fa àwọn èèyàn kò sí síkọ́ọ̀tù. Kò dé ń jí owó òlu yẹn kó. Kò dé ń kó wá sínú system tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. Kó tó bí wọ̀. Before they burn you. This UK system, all over you've done the work. Baba, that's in the best name.
See, that's where it be. This if you think too much, that then you realize so much. Because this solution, Jare, get out,
Baba, no governor, Baba, me I challenge them for Nigeria. No governor will no girls for this UK.
And as they get time for UK, then get time for America.
Baba,
buying in
make we no go America. Make we no go Dubai. Make we no go South Africa. Come on, South Africa. Come on, Dubai. Come on, Germany. No, Baba, come on, Switzerland. Only UK, British, Baba, the cheapest house only over £1 million. Baba, near my area for elephant and castle, Baba, go there. The Nigerian police and buy elephant and castle, almost 80%. Lower. Baba, the cheapest house where you see there starts from almost £4-5 million. Confirm, and they tell you.
Baba,
and most of this house, they know the EGL. Well, Bebel, how will you Bebel?
I know when I got to run 24/7. 665 days a year. Now so it be now, Baba.
So I want my little Aleko.
I want to team about Shema. So what about Shema? Where's your father? Why are you not supporting Tinubu? Where's your father? I'm not supporting him because look at him. I can't support somebody like that. You look at you. Where's your own father? Show us your father. One weary Abi somewhere from Oworo. One Mugu from what do you call from Shomolu Bariga is asking you. Where's your father? Where's your father?
Mo lọ sí ibi tó ti ṣe rally MC Olú ẹran ti ṣe rally fún Tinubu ọmọ níbẹ̀ lè ní ìyàpọ̀lá wà ń bẹ̀
go and help transformer aṣíwájú ló máa wọlé guess what ẹnu ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yẹn tọ́ni kò polówó nínú
gbogbo wọn náà máa jẹ brown.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. So hopefully
my good princess, my sis. Yeah, everybody. But the comment because everyone.
you know.
Bàbá ìbílẹ̀ ilé tí mo gbogbo wa.
Láàárín ìjọ ẹgbẹ́ ìdájọ́ sí méjì o. Ẹ̀sìn ní yan.
No, àtàjọ sí méjì. One house náà ni, one house ni.
Thank you so much.
Àgbẹ̀yìn náà.
This is where we are going to draw the curtains, okay, tonight. I have overstretched my time. Lately, I've been doing that a lot. And I just have to, you know, to be grateful to this family of mine who can indulge me to this late hour. So this is where we're going to draw the curtains. I'm going to see you some other time. If you are just joining us, or if you joined us midway, you can watch this from the start. That's where the sweetest, the juicy part started from. Then in the middle, call it sweet in the middle. Yeah. So above it all, don't leave without leaving your offering. Like the video, share it, subscribe if you haven't. And I'm going to see you some other time. Good night.
Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́ Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.